Okay. Had to finish eating. And now we are ready at 5 minutes. Let's go. Giga, thank you for the gift sub. Here we are. I had to reward myself with something yummy to eat because I was so mad driving all the way to the Warhammer store just for them to be unexpectedly closed. Which means I couldn't paint my Stormcast today, which means we're doing whatever today. There's a Warhammer store? Of course. They're a international business. They have many stores. They're called Games Workshops or Warhammer, depending on your location and how old or new the store is. So yeah, I don't really have a plan today. We're probably just gonna talk a little bit, do some random shit. Watch some things probably. There will probably be some MRE Steve. Is it your birthday, Cassie? Happy birthday, if so. Why did the boys go to New York City? They have friends up there, and would be fun. You know? Boys just want to have fun. I mean, I guess we'll just start. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys have anything you want to talk about? I was so mad walking up to the door and there was a little piece of paper. Sorry, we have to close early today. We'll be back tomorrow. You guys opened at 10. You were open for 2 hours today. But yeah, that was ass. That was ass. And I called and didn't get an answer, but like they could have just been busy. You know, whenever I go, the guy's always chatting with people that are playing or something in the store, so he misses phone calls all the time. So I don't know, man. Like, am I really gonna have to wake up and skip the gym so that I can actually get my fucking paint? We don't have, all the hobby stores are in the other side of Vegas from where I live. So, like, it takes me forever to get to a lot of them. Yeah. Oh, well. But that's, like, the fourth-ish, maybe fourth or fifth time I've gone. And they were either on break at a weird time that's not the normal break time listed on their hours. Or closed. And I always check their hours and call if I can. But yeah, I was really mad. I drove my ass all the way over there. Because I need another can of primer to prime the Skaven. I need a specific paint for my Stormcast. And I need a specific paint for the Skaven. So I can't paint any of them until I go. So it's like, oh, well, I guess I'm dragging my ass back there tomorrow. Awesome. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, you know? Jesus, why is every website so fucking bright? And it's like, you look on Amazon, it's like, well, maybe I'll order it on Amazon. No, it has a week shipping and costs $3 more there. So it's like, no. I should go and get the damn paint in person. But like, Hobby Stores Las Vegas. They're all on the other side of the city from me. The one that's near me is Gunpla. Every time you open my stream, I feel like my hair's getting longer. It is. I haven't gotten it. Well, I got a cut 2 months ago. How's it going, buddy? Like, what about this store? I haven't been here. I wonder if they sell Citadel paints. Do they have a website? No, they're a card store. It's sports cards. Like, I'm looking. Oh well. Nah, it's alright. I'll get the paint eventually, Miosk. I appreciate it, though. Maybe a Hobby Lobby? I have one, but they don't sell the specific brand of paints. They sell, like, apple barrel paints, you know? I'm looking, like, for stores that sell Warhammer, specifically. Like this. Is this just a Gunpla store? It's a Gunpla store. Like, again, I respect Gunpla, but you guys have very different products than from what I'm looking for. It's a lot of Tamiya paints. What about this? What about your website? Do you stock Warhammer? You got Warhammer in your website. There's a picture. But this website is very bad. It doesn't have almost any information about what they stock. Great. That's way too far. It's like all these places are so far. I don't even live in the middle of nowhere. It's just specifically where I am. All the hobby stores aren't here. Bro, I'm getting cooked. I am getting cooked. Jesus, every fucking site is so bright. And what kind of store is this? It's for RC cars, specifically. How come I can find a store for remote control vehicles and not one that stocks Citadel paints besides the Warhammer store with the worst hours and staffing I've ever seen? Like 2-hour FAR or 30-minute FAR? It's probably 45 minutes each way. So like close to 2 hours round trip. An hour and a half round trip. That's with no traffic. With no traffic, mind you. Like I'm talking literally the other side of town. Like if this is this perimeter, I live on one half, like on the edge, and all the stores are on the other half. But yeah. The Warhammer store isn't too bad for me, but it has terrible hours. I can never, every time I go, they're on break. Even though their break is listed at 3, I've caught them at break at 1, at 4. I don't know. And they only have 1 employee. So if you get there during that time, the whole store is closed. I don't know, man. It's so annoying. I just want to buy my paint. My overpriced paint. Like, please. Please, bro. Oh, well. Let's watch MRE Steve. Another MRE Steve banger. Alrighty then. MRE Steve time. It's been a while since we watched MRE Steve, huh? This is specifically chicken stir fry and barbecue beef. It seems like it's what, US? The newest US MRE for the year. US MREs. Menu 2. Yeah. Chicken stir fry. You replaced the previous menu 2. Beef shredded in barbecue sauce. Oh, he's having the new one and the old one. I understand. This is in the old style soft LDPE or low density polyethylene. Multiple usage pack and a bit large. Yeah, I was gonna say that thing's kind of giant. Takes up a little bit of extra space. Check this out. The new style packaging. It weighs about 16 grams. Oh, that's the new one. It's in a more compact. This is the new one. Okay, I understand. The smaller one's new. It's more easily mass produced, and it's actually a stronger package.
Then this. The pouch
Good for them.
on the outside, it's probably just as useful as the old one, maybe just a little bit less.
Wait,
Barely.
the package is useful? Can you elaborate on that? Oh. Okay, yeah.
The last year for it.
Well, there's a lot in there.
Chicken stir fries and upgrade. Oh, nice. Cinnamon bun.
Cinnamon bun.
10 grams of fat, 7 grams of protein, 59 grams of carbohydrate, even has 2 grams of fiber. Quite a bit of sodium, 460 milligrams. Here's an accessory pack.
Yeah, accessory packet. Looked like that. Salt. What else was in there? Was that butter?
Very minimal.
Moist towel.
Apple, strawberry, and carrot fruit squeeze puree. That's a new component.
It's some kind of fruit jam.
Kind of like applesauce. 120 calories. 2 grams of fiber. Carrot powder.
There's not a lot of fiber in all this stuff.
A gram of protein in there.
Like the Gundam of meals? Yeah.
Cheese spread with jalapenos.
Our boys across the ocean, they're having some trouble having to assemble their meals.
This ration weighs 773 grams. The other one weighs 747. It's about 1 ounce.
This is actually a very new MRE, so I don't think this will be bad.
Wow, chocolate hazelnut protein.
This is no, you know, Civil War era hardtack or whatever.
Unlike its regular chocolate counterpart, this one
Still, not a lot of fiber. Our boys are all stuffed up. Can you still eat those? No, but he has.
More actual maltodextrin than the other.
He has.
This is mostly
He's had World War I era rations.
That is for active soldiers, and that's about it. Or if you were bodybuilding. Tortillas plain, flat profile.
Yeah. Why do they always come with tortillas? I guess tortillas are lots of carbs
Beef and barbecue sauce.
and
That's 330
are
grams.
flat.
Okay,
They
so
keep
330
better than
grams.
bread.
Not bad. All right, let's get the sat onto a tray. Nice. Okay, let's first start off by heating up that main.
Yes, authentic fucking military canteen tray.
See what we can do with the cinnamon bun and cheese.
Yeah. Heat it up, boy. Get that chemical reaction going.
You can fit this on.
Yeah. Oh, you're putting that in there
A
too?
little bit of heating element left in the space. We'll see if we can warm up the cheese too.
Oh, he's trying to heat the cheese up. The cheese sauce. I'm afraid, man. I'm afraid.
Tortillas on this side. Nice flat profile. That should go in easily.
No one talks like MRE Steve. Tortillas have a nice flat profile. Yeah.
And let's see.
Wow, he's really being efficient with this.
Have a little bit of space for this thing.
He's
How
adding more?
possible is it to also fit the cinnamon bun in there?
No way you're fitting the cinnamon bun in there. Also, that cinnamon bun is really flat. Holy shit, he did it.
Who knows how possible it is, but it's worth a shot. We'll flip that if needed. Let's check out that
Flip it? What for?
hazelnut protein drink powder.
Chocolate hazelnut protein drink powder. What is that supposed to be an analog for? Chocolate hazelnut drink? Because, like, you have, like, they have, like, the sports drink that's supposed to be, like, Gatorade. Chocolate Nutella, but it's a drink.
It almost smells like hazelnut Nutella or something.
I mean, yeah, it has the same ingredients as Nutella, but it's a drink. I guess it's kind of like... It's not like chocolate milk. There's no milk.
Looks like chocolate milk.
But it's not. Nesquik? I don't know.
You can definitely taste a prevalent flavoring of hazelnut with a milk chocolate that's
Yoo-hoo?
very
I don't know. Does Yoo-hoo have hazelnut in it? It's like liquid Nutella,
is a
this.
drink with utility. Again, high in maltodextrin.
A drink with utility? How?
Fast-acting carbohydrates
Uh-huh.
and some protein. An excellent addition to the MRE. And again, if you're active, it's just what you're going to want and need. Let's check out that apple strawberry carrot puree.
I don't know. There's not a lot of fiber in this. I'm not sure you want this. Our boys are clogged up on the battlefield. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's a puree, all right. Looks like baby food.
thicker than applesauce. Here, let's flip this thing. Listen to it.
Okay, yeah, something's happening.
Is that warming that up at all? I don't know. I can feel a slight warmth on that side.
Is this the cinnamon? No, these are the tortillas. No, it's not. That's the cinnamon bun. That's not what I was expecting.
From being in there.
Yep.
Made it a little more flexible.
Desiccant.
Cinnamon bun. Shelf-stable bread.
Cinnamon bun is more like cinnamon bread. You know, like when you can get those loaves of bread that have like the cinnamon like swirls in it.
And
What's the shelf life on these? I think the label probably says a couple years, like a few years, but he's had them far older than that. So yeah, I mean that looks like pulled beef.
pulled barbecue beef.
Yep. It's saucier than I was expecting.
Savory.
I love how these meals like have no theming. Like it's just whatever food they can fit in the packet. So it's like, yeah, throw the puree in there. Give them some tortillas. Oh, we got some more room? Give them that cinnamon thing. Have I had an MRE? Hell no. It's illegal to buy these.
Here, let's check out the plain tortillas.
I don't know how he gets them.
That's the way to do them.
Oh, they look really dry.
Warm them up. Let's attempt to make a soft taco. Here.
Yep.
Then we'll try out the main on its own.
It doesn't look so... I mean, it looks bad, but I mean, pulled meat always looks bad. It's slop.
Still got
They're
the
illegal?
top.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're illegal to purchase.
And the stock
Or at least to sell. Maybe purchasing them is alright. But I know that they're like proprietary, like military stuff. Like you're not... In the same way you're not allowed to buy like a fucking M60 from Vietnam, you're not allowed to buy military MREs, I believe.
Oh yeah. And some nice, properly heated up. Oh, that's awesome. Check this out. Jalapeno cheese spread.
Jalapeno cheese spread.
But it's
Oh
worth
god.
it.
It separates when you heat it? Why did you heat it then? Oh, it does look a little separated. Oh god.
Good measure. Look at those jalapeno chilies. That stuff is like gold. Here, see if we can do this without messing it up.
Can you fold it?
That one was a little better.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh well. Here. Oop.
Yeah, tuck the bottom in. You're gonna make a mess.
Here. Is it gonna spill? Let's find out.
Yes. Oh no. It was close though. You should have bit from the other end.
Let's see if we can scoop a little off the top. Finesse this thing. Look at that. Get some of this on its own.
Yeah?
The chew
Yeah.
of that pulled beef
Uh-huh.
is just outrageously good.
Really?
It tastes fresh. Like
I swear he's never had a good meal in his life.
at like a baseball game where it's like a food stand.
Yeah.
None of the food's really good. It's kind of generic.
Yeah.
It's like a half step up from that.
Oh, it's better than at a baseball game.
Spill. That was surprising. I thought it was gonna be a wipeout. I mean, that jalapeno cheese.
You've never said one of these is a wipeout.
That is somewhat spicy. Got these crunchy little jalapeno chili bits in there. It's a
There are
soft
websites you can order these off of?
cheese that's
I wonder
spicy. That barbecue sauce. It's got
how
barbecue
easily.
sauce, a garlic and molasses. Savory, sweet and tart, unbelievably good, and high sugar, which makes for a good barbecue sauce. Let's check out this strawberry apple carrot puree.
These are available on Amazon? Surely not. Is it illegal
Whoa.
to sell
Then apples
MREs?
twice the thickness. And that must be from
The Department of Defense requires that U.S. government property, commercial resale is unlawful.
the strawberry puree.
It's only intended for service members. Okay, So soldiers can't sell them,
It's
but
mostly
if you
strawberry
acquire them as a civilian,
tasting.
then it's
Apple is
okay.
mostly just apple sweetness, like the sugar.
There you go.
The carrot reduces some sweetness, thickens it, and adds vitamin A, a little bit of fiber, and even a gram.
So technically illegal, but they don't actually punish anyone for it.
This is like applesauce of the future. Right here, hold on. This chocolate protein drink. Wow, that stuff is unusual. Creamy and sweet, but it's
I think technically no, but it's like a gray area.
chalky
Okay, well.
sweetness. And it's sort of
Live near a military base, I'll steal one?
if you've been
Thanks.
active. That's what it's made for. Let's check out the cinnamon bun.
Probably just ask Utarts if he has any. That is a desert. That is the driest thing I've ever seen.
There's the filling.
Oh, there's a filling.
I think I see some. Look. They really
Oh, yeah.
skimp on the filling.
They
eat
do
more of
skimp.
it.
It eats way more because that shit is dry.
I don't know how they do it. Probably the unbelievable range of dough conditioners and preservatives. Oh wow.
Don't say it's good. That shit's
Parts
dry.
of the filling are the best.
Yeah, of course.
Parts that are just like bread. So you don't even want to eat that. I mean, I guess you have to. It's there and all. It has xanthan gum, a powdered thickening agent that assists with stabilization of the bread, helping it to keep form.
Yeah?
Look. That
I'm
is
trying.
well stabilized bread. Gum Arabic. That's a polysaccharide emulsifier.
How does he know all of this?
Or diacetyl
Polysaccharide emulsifier? What does that mean?
mono and diglycerides. It's mostly
What is he
utilized in
talking
baking
about?
the bread, you know,
He
to
knows
stop
more
the
about
gluten in the dough.
food chemicals than dietitians. Don't do that.
I don't even know how that could work so well, but it does. This is like apple cinnamon.
It
cobbler.
doesn't.
Look at that bite right there.
Don't. He's munching.
Cheese kind of solidified at the top. It's like nacho cheese.
And then he eats the whole thing.
I wonder if this thing was in service
He always
for
does.
About 10 years.
He always eats the whole thing.
Makes sense.
Yeah, he's in good shape too.
Smells perfect.
He always is.
This carrot, strawberry applesauce. That right there, because of the carrot,
His room always looks exactly how you'd think.
improves the flavor.
It's full of war memorabilia and like period piece things.
That is a component pretty much everybody can look forward to.
Not me, bro.
Get your vegetables. Gotta have them.
True. Gotta have 'em.
It's like without the cheese.
Oh, that was a big bite.
I like that.
Yeah?
Just barbecue beef with a tortilla. But you can taste that Worcestershire sauce,
Yep.
garlic, the molasses.
How does he... There's no way you can taste all that, right?
Cinnamon bun bread. I guess it's better than wheat snack bread. It has a little more flavor.
True. Probably is better than literally wheat bread.
It's not thirst provoking.
Not thirst provoking? I would say it's very thirst provoking. That shit looked dry as hell. And dense. Like a Popeye's biscuit. Holy shit, he really does clean that shit. You still got some tortilla over there. Finish up.
Yeah, because the bread's kind of bland. It pairs with anything. And just enough moisture content without being weird or molding up or requiring more preservative, potassium sorbate, whatnot, mold preventative.
Wow.
For long-term shelf-stable bread, it's nearly...
Do not leave that on the plate. Finish up.
And this...
I mean, it doesn't look terrible. There you go, buddy. Oh, you got your gum over there, too. Don't forget it. Yep. Oh, you're gonna have both.
Soft, chew, slightly crunchy outer shellac, sweetened with xylitol, peppermint flavor.
Xylitol, huh?
Turning the brittle, not sticky, won't pull a cap, won't pull a filling. And shredded beef with barbecue sauce is a menu I'm gonna miss. Okay, now
He's
for
gonna
the
miss
chicken
that one?
stir-fry. Packed
Chicken
with
stir fry
bacon,
seems like it would be better to me
inner
than
notches at the top
pulled
here.
beef.
See how easy this is.
Oh, this is way harder to open, though. That other one was like a resealable bag.
Along the side here,
The other one did seem like you could use the bag for things.
We'll leave it like
But this one, you kind of destroy it.
and take out one component at a time.
Yeah?
Cinnamon bun.
The cinnamon bun. Oh, Jesus.
Put that in there.
Is it the same thing?
Trail mix recovery.
Trail mix. Okay, you know what? That makes sense. That makes sense in there.
Apple strawberry carrot puree.
Not that shit again.
And that's the package. It still has relative utility for packing out trash and among other purposes.
You could pee in there.
So there's the main.
You could pee in there.
Intense chocolate hazelnut protein drink powder. Picante seasoning. The main contains
Picante seasoning.
8 grams of fat.
Why picante? Why is it? Why is it in Spanish?
And 17 grams of protein. Some potassium.
Where's the fiber?
Iron. The accessory packet.
Where's the fiber in any of this? There's never any fiber. Maybe the trail mix will have good fiber. Yeah, same stuff.
Towelette and iodized salt. Okay, so there's everything laid out. That's looking pretty good. All right, let's get this out onto a tray.
Throwing you the Spanish fastball? Literally.
Let's start off by heating up that main chicken stir fry.
Yup. Yep, add your water. That really doesn't take much water. That's always interesting. Oh, it's already smoking.
Since there are no tortillas,
I guess it's steaming.
we can fit this in.
Gotta work fast, bro. That shit only heats for so long.
Actually heat it up this time.
Yeah, this one's having a way stronger reaction than the other one.
With the removal of the tortilla, it was replaced with trail mix recovery with pretzels. 18 grams of fat, 10 grams of protein.
Why are you shaking it up? You're gonna crush them. Oh, relax.
47 grams of protein total.
That's a lot of protein in that trail mix. Holy shit. Or was that in the whole thing? Surely it's in the whole thing. Okay, yeah. That's how I expected. Yep. Peanuts, pretzel balls. Looks like almonds.
Cashew?
Cashews?
Not bad.
Okay.
Probably the only piece in there.
That's probably good as fuck, though. I'd eat that without being in the military.
Again.
Not that slop again.
Boy, let's check out the
Oh boy, he couldn't wait. He couldn't wait to have some more.
again. We didn't whiff it beforehand. What does this smell like? Just on its own. Oh, way better than when you add water. On its
Yeah?
own, it smells like hazelnut coffee or like hot chocolate or something.
Yeah?
Oh wow, it's kind of grainy.
The same wacky drink? He's using actual glasses here. He usually uses like his little canteen like mug. Yup. It's still gonna be powdery no matter how much you shake it. You're gonna pour it out and you could see the granules in it every time. Actually, it looked a bit better that time. Never mind. But it'll settle. But it does look better. That shit's way too thick. You needed to add more water.
The pretzel,
Oh, I see. He did it on purpose.
great crunch.
Yeah.
Light malt flavor.
Yeah.
Actually, the malt is more prevalent than your average pretzel, but it's really nice because they're softer than they used to be. They used to be more hard to chew. And
Yeah?
here, puff center. It's not
Okay, yeah.
a nice pretzel bite. It is definitely better than it used to be. Look at that almond.
I love almonds.
Dry, but not thirst provoking. There's no salt.
How are they not thirst provoking? I need a
Nice
drink.
soft chew, high fat, buttery. You get a couple peanuts in there. Let's get those.
This is the new one.
Dry, salted, flavor.
This one replaced the other one. Oh, he's going in.
On the go snack that has carbohydrate, but it's not as high a glycemic index.
Yeah.
As, say this.
Stop with the carrot slop.
Goes well with the apple strawberry carrot puree.
Pretzels go well with a carrot puree.
And this is what you eat.
Oh, excuse me.
Remains heated up. Perfect little pre-game and a snack here. You have this with your applesauce.
imagining like a bunch of Marines sitting around a fire eating their
A much
carrot
more pronounced
applesauce.
hazelnut flavor. It calls for 8 ounces. It's better with 6. This is like a real milkshake.
I'm not sure if you want that though. You want something a bit more with higher water content.
Hazelnut flavor. I mean, it's just nutty. Goes well with this too. Save a few peanuts for the stir fry. It might be good. This is probably
Might
better.
be.
Let's give it a look.
He's always so excited. Let's give it a look. He's always hyped.
We're gonna keep the cinnamon bun on the FRH
Yeah.
until it's ready to be eaten.
This is a US MRE. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Stop. What are you doing to it?
Whoa. Look at that. Shelf stable American Chinese food. Sesame oil. This smells fresh. Cafeteria fresh.
There you go. At least he's aware. I wouldn't call that stir fry. Where's the fry part? That shit is slop.
Let that sit on the top of that.
It's completely soggy. Stop playing with it. Stop playing with it. For a second, you thought I turned into MRE Steve? No, we're just watching MRE Steve.
Ginger. Even though it's minuscule. Little pieces of red pepper. Wow, that's actually a large piece. Who am I kidding? But I can taste that. And some carrot.
He's liking it.
Can't say you're not getting your vegetables. Look at that.
You're not getting your vegetables. That does not count.
Adds a slight additional crunch. The pieces of chicken.
Don't say it's big. Okay, I mean that actually looked not
Processed
terrible.
Chunks, but
Yep.
not overly processed. It's not like a razor head chicken. This
Mm,
actually has some textural authenticity to it.
You
I mean,
think?
It's real food.
I mean, so is processed stuff is real food.
15% of your daily value of potassium.
It's real. You can see it. Looks like dog food. That's what our boys deserve.
Thickener ginger sauce with a reasonable amount of sesame oil.
How does he?
It's
This guy is like the taste buds and palate of like
spice.
a food critic. How does he make all of he like makes all these observations about taste?
And just
I don't know about that.
not to overdo it.
Not to overdo it. It's too late.
Recovery trail mix, and you can integrate a little of this in.
The last thing I'd want to add to that mush is some crunchy bits. I don't know about that.
Fat content and flavor. Peanut with that sesame oil goes hand in hand. Let's just throw a tiny bit of the sauce on.
There was sauce this whole time? That's right. The picante seasoning.
But they had it there just in case.
Interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yup. He's always got a nice clean beard too.
This is a lot better than shredded beef with barbecue sauce.
I was gonna
It's
say, I
just
bet that's
next level
better.
flavor.
Oh, he's munching actually. You don't gotta eat all the carrot though. You can leave your. Wait, did he already eat it all? What the fuck?
Hey,
He
Jimmy
did.
Came up with a good one. Cinnamon bun.
Yeah, the same
That
thing.
this time.
Does this one look better? It looks identical.
Even looks more normal.
I wouldn't say that. Flexible, it's not supposed to be how it should behave. Still no filling.
See a little down there.
It's like a pocket. Oh, there you go. Okay. Stop. Stop playing with it, man. You're killing me. It looks dry.
Tell me that doesn't look amazing.
It doesn't.
Completely decadent.
Decadent?
Shelf stable food.
It is shelf stable, that's true.
Weird dessert taco. This whole menu.
He just wiped up the stir fry with the cinnamon bread.
It's better than shredded beef. Standalone, the main is better. The other one's just like, a saucy meat base. It needs to be mixed with something. It all pairs up really well. Nothing conflicts. It's really important.
Nothing
to be able to
conflicts.
put those calories down.
It was stir-fried trail mix and carrot apple puree.
Some kind of
Oh, and cinnamon bread.
something from too much non-coinciding food components that are just mashed up together that aren't really working out. This is an optimized menu. Chicken stir fry. What an experience. Well, anyway, this is Steve 1989.
He also like documents these. Like I think he might show them at the end. He tends to take pictures of everything before he eats them, I think. Cuz there's not a good there's not like a good database of like what these things are like, I think. That's funny. He makes all of his own music. MRE Steve is truly a gem. Wow. Wow. 27 minutes, and it went by fast. My mom's messaging me in Discord. I gotta go look. Hold on. Never ignore your mom, guys. She is cooking things using herbs that she grew. I don't know what herbs, though. I'm not a guy like that. I don't know. My nose is running for some reason. Stroke? Why is my nose running? I didn't eat anything spicy. I've been really, dry the past few days. I'm like the back of my throat is super dry, like no matter how much water I'm drinking. I hope I'm not getting sick or something. Con crud? Maybe, but it's been like 2 weeks almost. Dry from heat, but it's getting cooler. And I wasn't like this when it was 112. Seasons changing? Yeah. I don't know. But I've been really dry the past few days. Dust? Nah. Not here. Not in my apartment anyway. Allergies? I would say yes, but it's going into fall. I get allergies in spring, but also there's no trees here. Nothing produces pollen here. You guys want to watch a 2-hour-long RuneScape video about a guy mining 418,000 ore? $418,000 ore. I'm gonna look at this guy's playlist and see if maybe the first video in the series is shorter, because this guy does some crazy things in RuneScape actually. What playlist is it? It's this extreme one-chunk Iron Man, huh? One-chunk Iron Man are not well. At all, actually. This guy's been working on the series for years, I believe. How long is this video? 36 minutes. Well, we'll start it and see how we're feeling. We'll see how we're feeling, how everyone likes it. There's the Moist Critical Warhammer. No offense to anybody who likes Critical, but I cannot stand his content. We're gonna watch RuneScape.
I've always been interested in the one chunk at a time concept.
One chunk at a time.
Hookah guy who came up with this and made a few videos before you unfortunately stopped playing. After this series, I've watched Lay Brothers One Chunk series for a long time, and recently Limpworth with his
Limpworth, the legend.
account. If you're interested in this concept, I highly recommend checking all of them out. I didn't really want to do the exact same thing, but a Twitch
Good.
viewer gave me a
Originality.
suggestion to start the chunk adventure somewhere else instead of Lumbridge. I looked into different starting locations, but nothing really interested me until someone suggested the Current Castle chunk. So here we are. This is Chunky
Chunk.
Verf, and I'm locked to the Current Castle.
So
game
RuneScape
tile
is a
for
game
now.
that's split into
I will be
chunks,
following Limbert's
and they
extreme
lock
bonkers
themselves
rules,
into
which
one
means I have to
until they
update
accomplish
everything in this
everything
chunk as far as
possible in the
possible and
chunk
realistic.
that they can
I
do,
asked
given
Limber if
only
it's
things that
okay
are in the
if I
chunk.
follow his extreme
And then they
rules,
can
and he
unlock
said yes,
another
of
one,
course.
and they have
So
to
let's get
repeat.
into it, and let me explain some stuff in case you are unfamiliar with the concept.
Yeah,
The
here he
main
goes.
objective of the account is to complete all of the content within a chunk before you can progress to the next one. Once we complete all of the content, we will randomly roll a chunk around the starting chunk. The rules are complete the highest skilling challenges.
It's simple
complete the quests
concept, but
and
it
achieve
requires
the
some
diaries as far as
ridiculous
possible,
grinds.
obtain all unique monster drops.
Like some of
obtain
these
all
videos have
unique
literal
items,
months of
and
progress in
complete
them.
mini-games. Basically, I have to do everything I can. Now you might be thinking, why the current castle chunk? Can
It's
you
got the
even
dungeon
do
underneath.
anything interesting there? And the answer is yes, because dungeons are part of a chunk. You do not have to roll dungeons separately, and within this chunk I have access to all of the current catacombs and the Sarachnis dungeon, but we will get into this later. There are some exceptions in this starting chunk to progress the account to the next
They're
chunk.
memes.
The Jar of Darkness, which on average takes between 300 and 500 mil Slayer XP to obtain.
Holy fuck.
It is kind of a ridiculous item, and I don't know why it's so rare, but if we get this, that would be insane. The Uncut Onyx drop from Scotizo, and maybe the Draconic Visage, but this is a tricky one for now. I will talk
He's making
about this in the
exceptions because
future.
those
If
would
it is
take
possible
actual
to
like a
obtain in
year
realistic
plus to
way,
get,
I will go for it, but most dragons basically one-shot me without protection right now.
or are
And
impossible.
Also in this chunk, I made a quick overview for skilling
Yeah.
bosses and miscellanea. For the skilling challenges, I have to chop and light a U-lock. I cannot fletch one
So
because
level
I don't
60
actually have a way to
woodcutting,
train fletching because I don't have
fire
a knife in
making,
this chunk. Steal from the
thieving.
stall and cook an anglerfish.
That's a lot of
And
cooking.
the
That's like
reason
level
why I have to
68.
cook an anglerfish is because I can get a raw anglerfish from the Scotizo drop table.
Oh
This
god.
is one of the few items I can actually process, so I have to get this cooking level. Skilling pets are not required because they're not chunk specific, but I will try and go for them. So for the
Pets are off
bosses,
the
we have
list,
to get a
okay.
Scotizo pet,
Okay, never
the
mind, they're
Dark
not. He has to
Star
get the
drop,
fucking
the raw
pet.
anglerfish because I can use it. The Sarachnis pet,
And the Sarachnis pet, yep.
turtle, and Jar of Ice. Those will most likely be the main objectives.
This is the
when
first
it comes
chunk?
to
This is
completing the
brutal
chunk.
already.
Or is it? Because there are some NPC drops that will take a little bit. For example, the Smoldering Stone from Hellhounds. Which
They
is
can
a
drop
1 in
that?
32,000 drop.
Oh, 1 in
But I will
32k.
go for it. There's also a
Have I ever
massive
tried?
drop from
No.
Doom, which I can get from the
These are
Undead Druids. And
masochistic
aside from
on
that,
in the
it's mostly
extreme.
just
You'll
regular
see.
drops from NPCs, lots of rune items such as the scimitar, kite shield, chain, full helm.
Yeah,
There
those
are a
aren't so bad.
couple other monster drops that I will go for. I don't think it's really unique drops, but I will probably finish every drop from every monster in this chunk, because I will be training on a lot of different monsters. And
Yeah.
for the miscellanea section, there's a longbone and
Curvebone, yep, the
and
giant
lost
keys,
key, dark
totems,
totem, and the orange and
exacts.
blue exact from the
Okay,
coffee
let's
chest.
see. Let's
So
get
yeah,
started,
lots
huh,
of
Verf?
things to go for. But I've get my combat up a bit higher.
Oh,
so I
he
feel
started
a
to
bit
train.
safer.
Let's
I am a
go.
hardcore, and I plan to keep the hardcore status as long as I can. And to do this, I can get.
Don't
5
tell me he's an
thieving and
ultimate.
steel cage,
He is
so
an
I can start
ultimate.
combat and have
It's
pretty
Extreme
good
One Chunk
loot,
Ultimate
12
Iron
hit
Man.
points per
So he
cage,
can't
and
use
goes
banks
down a lot
either.
early on.
This is brutal.
This might be the
Oh no,
first
never mind.
time
There's the
you've
bank.
ever seen me use a bank.
It's Extreme One Chunk. Never mind.
But yes, we are obviously using a bank on this account.
Thank God he
because
can
I
have a
think it
bank.
makes
That would
more
be too
sense. You
disgusting.
can make very big collections of items and supplies for the future. So yeah,
True.
we are using the bank, guys. There's 10 thieving, been collecting some cakes in the bank, and I'm going to use cakes for the first monster to train on, which is going to be imps. There we go, that's 10 strength.
Training on
I've been killing
imps.
hopping around
It's always
around
interesting to
the
watch series like
northeast
this because it has
section
such
of the castle chunk,
simple
and the new
beginnings.
Ashes update is actually amazing. I get 10 prayer XP per kill as well. That's 10 defense, we are now 10 attack, strength, defense, and as you can see in my inventory, we are getting raw chicken and flour. Imps are
Let's
actually pretty
go.
decent because I can get a few cooking levels from these. I have a plan for cooking in the future, but every bit of XP will count. First, random event on the account, a camo piece.
Let's
I've
go.
collected
Dripped.
everything from random events and try to complete the collection log. The still baguette might be pretty hard, but everything else should be very doable. 20 thieving, which means I can now steal silk. And I have a silk stall, which is probably going to be my best way to train thieving to 75.
All the way to 75?
So yeah,
From
another
20?
stall unlocked. We do a lot of
Christ.
thieving, we are
How much
back
XP does
on
that give?
silk, so we
24.
can sell it later for
Oh
GP when
my
we do
god.
combat trips. And I just got 100 total level. And there's 40.
40.
thieving, nice level. I can now pickpocket city guards, which means I can pickpocket the chasing guards. I guess that's a task completed. Nothing too special.
That
because
is
I need
actually
a lot of
brutal. He has
thieving
to
anyways, but
steal from these stalls all the way to level 75 thieving.
right, so I train on implings for a little bit. and
Flinching
I'm
hill
trying to
giants,
move
that's
on
pretty good
and
actually.
Upgrade my setup a little bit. So I'm killing hill giants in the
It was like a
catacombs.
20-hour time cut. There, I would.
They have
They never say how long it is.
and a steel longsword drop, which I'm going to try and get. The steel longsword
Uh-huh.
would be quite a big upgrade over the
Steel
broadsword,
longsword, big
so I'm going to
upgrade.
kill
True.
hill giants for a bit and see if we can get some upgrades. The combat levels are coming in nicely.
Wait, he's
and
not even-
we
oh,
did
he-
get a giant
He's not even
sword, which
flinching it.
is one of the items that we want to get.
What are you
Not much
prayer
we can
flicking?
do
You don't
with
have
it.
overheads.
I'm going to collect all of the keys on this account, which will be pretty cool, I think.
Just go to a
Alright, that's
shop.
the first
You're an
upgrade.
idiot,
I'm in
Tanner.
Full helm. I have no helm right now, so that is very welcome.
Let's
Little
go.
bit of
Huge
defense
defense bonuses on that.
Awesome. Yes.
Hell yeah,
that's
steel
the
longsword,
steel
huge
longsword.
upgrade.
That is a big upgrade because it has a lot of accuracy bonus over the bronze sword and a bit more strength bonus, so should give me a max hit as well. We've killed
Max hit?
quite a bit. I think I killed like 60. I might start looking into killing moss giants now because of this upgrade. Because moss
That's all
giants
you're
have
gonna
a lot
go
of
to
the
moss
items
giants
that
with?
I need.
A wooden shield?
Switch to moss giants, and that is 30 strength.
They're
Very
whooping
nice.
his
So the
ass.
levels are getting a bit higher now, which is definitely a bit more comfortable. I forgot to record the drop, but we managed to get
Mithril
a
spear.
spear from moss giants in 8 kills, which is really good.
That
It's
is really
actually a really
good.
good weapon now because they changed the attack speed on spears, and they made it as fast as scimitar. So.
Oh
very
wait, what the
good
fuck,
item.
really?
The problem with this
Hardcore
item
players
is
are
I
freaks?
can't
They are, yeah.
Specifically train one style.
I love them
it
though.
has shared and defense, I believe. So
They're the best of us, the
I
people
might
who play
use
the
it
game
for a
this
little
way.
bit, get my attack and defense up a
Genie,
little bit,
hell
and
yeah, that's
try and get a
huge.
mithril sword, I think.
Put that shit in
Finished
prayer.
genie on the account. Always love to see these blue
Agility.
I'm
I guess
going
you
to
can't
level
train it.
Agility because I need 5 agility for the chunk west of me.
Yeah,
And then
That's
after
smart.
I get 5 agility, I think we're going to use all the lamps on Hunter and get at least
Hunter?
17, because there's a
bare hand
field
imps.
south of me, which means I can
Yeah,
go to
Puro
Puro.
Puro.
After I get both these levels, I'm not sure what I want to use my lamps in, but we'll figure that out.
How many of these
once the
giants is he
time
gonna
comes.
kill? Thousands?
Ooh, my
Dark
first
totem piece.
from a hill giant. That is pretty lucky, but a very welcome drop to see. That is also in a collection lock.
Pretty
yeah,
lucky, he
1
says,
out
is
of
he's gonna have to
3
get that
pieces for
drop
the first totem on the
hundreds
account.
of times.
Alright, we took a small break from melee to get my wood cutting and fire making.
Don't
up
tell
a
me
little
these
bit
are the
to get
only
some,
trees he can train
easy
on.
total levels in case we get a mace random. The most realistic axe for me to obtain in this chunk is going to be a mithril axe. We only have these 3 regular trees available to get 60 wood cutting and fire making, which will be
No,
very
again, he's been making the
interesting,
series, I think, for 2
but
years
I'm going
already.
to start wood cutting and fire making,
I
until
think
we
he has to get
21
60.
wood cutting, which is the requirement
60
for the
wood
mithril
cutting.
axe, and then we'll wait for the axe before we continue to get 60. So let's see how this goes.
What's the challenge? He's extreme one
Alright,
chunk.
there
He
we
started
go.
in Zaya
60,
Castle.
21 wood cutting, very nice.
He has
And
to
I think
chop
I'm
and burn
all the way
use,
from
get the boss
25
pets,
fire making.
get the
This
boss
isn't as
drops,
bad as
the
I
rare
first
drops.
thought.
He has to cook
At
an
least we have
anglerfish.
3 trees and not 1. But this will be quite a grind, but it's a very chill one. So
A chill one?
let's,
You're gonna have to
wrap this
cut
up
like
for now.
40,000
Come back
normal
once we
trees.
have the mithril axe. That's 30 attack and defense with the spear.
Popping off with the
Very
mithril
nice
spear.
Base melee
Base
stats, around
30 's
35
huge.
strength and 30 attack and defense. It's time to go for the mithril sword and focus a bit more on strength, because that's going to speed it up the most because of the max hits.
True.
There it is. We managed to get the sword. Only 3 more kills.
Mithril
after the
sword.
spear, so that's very lucky.
Big.
We can now focus on strength training. Awesome. Wow.
Dark Totem Middle.
Second totem piece.
Yeah, are we gonna have a,
wow,
like
very
a
nice.
40
Alright,
combat
so that's,
Skatizo attempt?
2 out of 3 pieces now. we are
Wonder
back
what
at
prayer
Moss
he's
Giant
at,
for base
burying
stats
all of the
18
bones.
Mad Helm, which should be slightly better than the Iron Form that we have right now. So small upgrade. The main item I'm trying to get is the
That
Blade
is a
Square
small
Shield,
upgrade,
which
like
will be
1
very nice
point.
with
Jesus.
the Mythal Sword together. So yeah, let's
41
try
combat.
to get one. Yes, there it is.
Black square,
Shield
nice.
obtained. That's all of the items from Moss Giants that we need. Defense upgrade wise. So we can go back to Moss Giants for some faster training. And yeah, very happy to get
He
these
meant hill
items.
giants there. Never mind, he
Clean
did.
level 40 strength. New upgrades are doing really well. So I've been doing some hill giants with the new upgrades.
Limport
and
roots,
as you can
the
see,
goat.
I almost have a full inventory of loot. We can basically do full trips of hill giants right now, which is awesome. Going to speed up the melee training by a lot. Dark Totem Top.
He finished the totem.
Second piece from hill giants. I think I've killed like 3 or 4.
Bro barely has
right
armor.
now,
It's
so
wild.
very lucky to get that. That is the first totem completed on the
Those
chunk,
first
which is
handful of
very
levels
cool.
must have taken so long.
One of many. I plan on collecting all of these totems while doing my melee grind. And then once we have all the gear and stats ready, we can basically send all the
At least he
totems
doesn't have to get any
collected. That will
99s
be
in this
very
chunk.
exciting. First Bob to get random.
Nice.
The only way to get fishing XP in his chunk. 7 fishing on the account.
Wait, from 1 to
Lots of free
7
totem
instantly?
levels.
Why was it so much XP? Totem acquired.
Another item we need.
Longbone.
Pretty awesome. We got this.
That's
pretty
super
early as
lucky.
well. The big item is the curve bone.
Actually,
which
show
we
your
might
kill
get.
count, bro. I
I'll
wanna
be
see it.
killing a lot of hill giants for melee protect grind, but that's the first bone completed. And that is another.
No way
longbone
you got
trip
another longbone.
after my last one. Back-to-back longbone trip. There we go.
Bank that
40
construction
attack.
XP.
Very nice. We can now use rune weapons.
Rune
which
weapons. I'm
means
sure
we
you'll get
can
one any
buy the
moment.
Rune scimitar from fire giants. We can't quite go for it because they will destroy me, but awesome. Someone told me they added a new cave with giants in the catacombs. I didn't know about this, but let's
Oh.
check it out. It is a singles area as well, which is going to be really
Single
nice.
combat, and it
Easy
has
to
all the
AFK,
giants
so I
in
won't
it.
be getting attacked by, like,
Oh,
5
Tanner, I
giants.
missed
This
it during the
area
Summer
looks
Summit. They're
awesome
adding a
because it's
fire and
hill
ice
giant
giant
rules,
boss to
so
match
it looks like a
Oborm
very nice
Bryo
cave. So
Fida.
this is going to be my new
That's
trading
kind of cool.
spot. And it has 40 defense as well. I can now
I
equip
wonder what
the
uniques
root
they'll
armor,
have.
which we are
Probably
going
one of
for,
them will have a bow.
later on. I think I'm going back to strength
And
again to
maybe-
get some more max hits, but base 40
I don't know what
melee
else.
right now. Very
Maybe a
nice.
sword or a shield
I
or something.
just killed my first fire giant. Decided to flinch one for fun. See if we can get.
How
the
long
four
did how
kills
long
with
did you
the
flinch it
rune
for, buddy?
scimitar. And that completed an easy combat task. which I
Hell yeah,
didn't know
kill a
about,
fire giant.
But killing a fire giant in this area completes a task.
Huge.
So very nice. A steel chain body drop.
Steel chain, huge.
Massive. I have no defense bonus.
Bro's
so
carrying a baguette.
that's a big upgrade. I decided to try and kill some cyclops because they have some
That's actually
heavy
huge.
weaponry, which is an upgrade. I have a bit better melee stats now, so I think I can kill them. But 1 kill count steel chain body. That basically doubles my defense bonus.
I know you guys hate this right now, but I'm
A
very
couple
invested.
kills later,
I love this
added
kind
a
of content.
two-hander. We are trying
Me
to
and
get
Tanner are the only
epic
ones paying
mace.
attention right now.
However, this is going to be useful because it's my best flinching weapon.
Let's go for
Currently
flinching.
on the account, so that's actually a very useful drop
7,
for
huge.
flinching stuff. Let's go. We got the adamant mace.
A
as
RuneScaper
well.
is
We've done around
talking. Listen and
30
learn.
kills, which is extremely lucky to get both the Addy weapons and the steel chain body. It is a slightly better upgrade over the Mythal Sword, and I do get a bit of prayer bonus as well. So when I leave my early prayers on and bury bones, I get the prayer points back. So I should be able to maintain a prayer points. A small upgrade, but an upgrade.
Wait,
nonetheless.
maces
And this thing looks
give
absolutely
prayer
amazing.
bonus?
I don't think I've ever used a mace in this game to train my melee stats. 31 prayer.
Since when? 31 prayer.
That
Just
means
off
I have
burying
a
big
lot.
bones.
Ultimate strength, which is actually my best in slot. My best prayer for well, prayer flicking and monster killing as well, so that's
Prayer
nice.
flicking,
I
your
think
stat
that's maybe one or
increases.
two
This guy's
maxes.
min-maxing.
Another combat achievement completed apparently. Into the Den of Giants, I think.
Is that for killing one of
I
every
think
giant in
that's the
here?
task you get for killing a moss giant, I'm guessing. Yeah, I think you complete that task when you kill your first moss giant. So
No, but you've
Oh, wait,
killed
no.
tons of moss
It's
giants.
when you kill your first moss giant in this area.
Mm.
Probably, yeah. Yeah. That's something I needed actually.
Mossy key, big. Start banking those
That
too.
and mossy key. That is one of the
For, you know,
items
in 3 years
from
when you
moss
get
giants
access to
that I need.
Varrock.
I forgot I didn't had this yet. Cool. We have both the keys now from the giants. Quick
Dang, that thing was
trip
whooping his
of
ass.
Cooking XP of the bread dough.
He's
and
cooking raw chickens and
from the
dough.
dumplings earlier. There's a range in the castle, so we're going to cook all of this. Food
Hell
and
yeah.
see what
Burn
luck
all
we
of
get.
that shit.
Alright, we ended up with
Wow, that
a
was so
we
unlucky.
can now
He
cook
burned
food
everything.
we can actually get from Dagonos in
Oh
the
my
castle,
god, he
so
burned
this will
like
be very
60 to
useful in the
70% of
future.
his fucking food.
Killed some skeletons and pickaxes for fun in his spot, and I got my new Bastion slot axe, which is the iron axe. Not gonna
Iron
use
axe,
it, but
huge.
It will be cool to have in a bank. Get all the possible
Pickaxe, you'll never be able to use that
upgrades I
shit
can
down
obtain.
here.
And these
Why is my
pickaxes
nose
can
so
drop
runny?
all tier
Look how red it
pickaxes,
is, too.
including green pickaxe,
What's going on with
we
me?
will hunt that as well in the future, but we got the iron pickaxe for now. We cannot actually train mining in this chunk, but we are able to obtain a lot of different pickaxes, so that's very cool. Ooh, I managed to get my
What is
first
that?
ancient shard. I forgot about this. I'm actually surprised I haven't got it from any other NPC, but got
What is
the
that for?
skeleton somehow. I can't make an arc light, but I can use these ancient shards to teleport around the catacombs.
Oh,
I looked up the different teleport locations, and none of them saved me a huge amount of time, so I think
But
I'm
it's
just going
fun.
to collect all of these shards in
okay.
the bank and get a huge collection. But that is a collection log item.
I want to see his kill
Still killing
counts.
hill giants, trading the
Open up
coins
that rune
and
light. Let's
for
see them kill
43
counts.
Prayer, and that is 50 strength. Very nice. Just got 34 prayer, which means we unlocked the attack prayer, and we now have the best attack and strength prayer available for monster killing.
Another Bob the Cat random. Meow. Did he win the 50-50 and get fishing XP? Hell yeah.
Oh, what the?
Another long bone?
Oh my god.
I feel like that's
This
really
inventory is
rare.
stacked. No
Like
way.
4 Hill Giant keys too.
37 prayer, guys.
Oh my god, his first
That
overhead?
means I can use magic protect, which means I am going to kill shades. Undead druids. We're gonna go on an adventure to try and get a strength amulet.
How are you getting a strength Amy here?
So let's do it. Protect for magic. I found this shade
You're
spot
flinching
in
shades.
Catacombs. It's near the blood wells and nothing is attacking me here. Shades have a 1 in 4 chance to drop a shade bottom or top, and they give the best possible prey bonus I can obtain in the chunk. I currently don't even have legs, so it will be very nice to have some more prey bonus when I do try them.
Wow.
So yeah, let's see if we can get some shade pieces. There we go, shade.
That
top
blood veil's gonna
obtained,
beat your
second
ass, be
kill,
careful.
very
Oh my
nice.
god, it's evil, it's
5
evil.
prey bonus from the top, that is a lot.
5 prayer wait a second, shade stuff is kinda goated.
Oh my god, wow.
Oh, that's a goated
let's
kill.
see shade ropes, and we got a totem piece as a nice surprise. 4 total kills for both pieces and a totem piece. That is awesome. Nice prey bonus upgrades.
Looking
obtained.
swag.
Let's go and check out the undead druids next. So a lot of you
Undead
might be
druids.
wondering, how do I get to the Sarachnis dungeon? And southeast of the catacombs there is a vine that brings you to that dungeon. I can go
Oh.
back and forth through this entrance and basically get to that place. So pretty cool. I had no
What the
idea
fuck?
about this.
I've
until
never
someone
been here
mentioned
where this guy is.
actually, so quite a lot of places to go to for me.
Maybe I got a foxtail stuck in my nose and I was sniffing in the tall grass. Oh. I might have
Alright, we found
actually.
a flinching spot for undead druids. Let's go kill him. and
Undead
see how long it takes
druids.
me
What
to
the
get
hell
the
is this?
strength amulet. First kill for a magic amulet.
And you got a
Wow.
magic ammy. Wait,
It's
they
not
might have a good
strength
drop
amulet,
table.
but that is actually
Strength
pretty
and
good.
magic ammy?
That's
Put
the
that shit
best
on, you don't have an
strength
amulet yet.
for magic training in this chunk. So I'm very happy with that.
Holy fuck, 200 earth runes in one drop? What is the drop table on these things? Tanner, get on it.
Okay,
What-
there we
Defense
have
ammy,
the
that's big.
defense amulet drop. Both the amulets before strength amulet this will have some use. I will most likely use the defense amulet when I'm training range because I don't have any.
What are they?
already,
Undead druids.
Cool, we got all the amulets. Strength amulet to go. Another defense amulet. Very strange RNG. More fishing levels. Give it to me. 13 fishing. Looking good. Yes.
There's the strength, Amy.
There it is. Amulet of strength. Only 11 total kills.
11 kills?
To get all the amulets.
Is that
Very
lucky,
lucky
or
once
do these
again.
things have a
But I'm very happy
wacky drop
to get that
table?
early. Don't get a lot of XP killing undead druid, so we have all the upgrades we can obtain for now, and we are going back to training and continue on with the prayer grind. But that should give me 1 or 2 max hits. Back at hill.
You got a wild table, I'm not
for
gonna lie.
50
Oh
hit
shit.
points. First mace random on the account
Yeah.
for what looks like
Coal,
gold
cosmic
coins.
runes,
That's
coins.
not that great. But that is one of my best ways of getting coal. There we go. 50 attack. Decided to work on 50 attack and 50 defense, and then only focus on strength, just to get.
They
the
could drop all
base
3
stats and
amulets, herbs, and
attack
runes.
and
Oh
strength up a little bit.
shit.
So I forgot that the mace random chests have a lot of useful rewards for me. Runes, arrows, and most importantly, attack, strength, and defense potions. So what I'm going to
What are you
do
gonna use
is
those
every
pots
time
for?
I get mace randoms, I'm going to kind of grind out these chests and try and go for the potions, because I want to stack a lot of potions in the bank for Seracnus in the future. So actually very important. And very lucky that
Seracnus,
these mace
huh?
randoms have these potion drops. Another maze random completed for more coal, chaos runes, and 1 full regular strength potion from the chests. Awesome.
Pretty big.
Bank is looking beautiful. We already had 5 long bows and
17 giant keys.
2 totems as well. Pretty nice. I was not
Curved
expecting
bone.
this item from the hill giant grind. We killed a little over 2,000 right now.
2,000.
We got the curved bone, which is 1 in 5, a little bit over 1 in 5,000. So pretty lucky getting this early, but I would say that's one of the first bigger items completed on the list. Very
Hell
cool
yeah.
to get this early. And in the same trip, we got another longbow,
Longbow.
giant keys. Like we keep getting all of these items. Very cool. We got a curved bone and a long bone in the same trip. 40 prayer.
Protect from
Range
range,
protect
huge.
unlocked.
3 more
3 more
levels.
to go for melee protect. And there's 50 defense as well. It's time to switch to strength and go for max hits only for a while. But that's 50 attack, 50 defense. More fishing.
More fishing.
Level
Huge.
15, which unlocks anchovies. Pretty nice. I can actually fish that in one of the chunks east of me. But that's not going to happen for months. Let's be real.
Months? Yeah, it might be longer
Pretty
than
big
that.
level 60 strength. I'm very,
60
very
strength.
close to finishing the melee protect.
My man
grind.
leveling
So
with an
we will have
adamant
60
mace.
strength, 50 attack and offense for fire giants. That should be good enough. I
Yeah,
hope.
if you have overheads,
And there it is. The
there it
prayer
is. You can kill a
level
fire giant
43
now.
prayer. We killed nearly 3,000 hill giants.
3,000
We
hill
can now
giants.
use melee protect, which opens up a lot of content. We can kill a lot of monsters in the catacombs now with melee protect flicking, and go for all the armor upgrades.
I'm sleepy
which is
today,
a
guys.
goal
I'm
in this
sleepy.
account. I'm going to upgrade my melee gear massively, and we are going to start with fire giants to get a rune scimitar. I'm very
That's a lot of fire
excited.
giants. It's like a 1 in 125. Godspeed.
Ooh, that's a steel axe. That is currently my best axe, but not the best one I can get.
New flinch weapon.
No way! What?
What's the rarity on that?
Kills in, and I get a rune two-hander, which is 1 in 5,461.
1 in
I'm
5,000.
here for a rune scimitar.
Holy
Wow,
shit.
I love this account. Let's carry on, guys.
1 in
Dude, I look like
5,000
an
rune
absolute smack right
two-hander.
now. So we
What the
looked
fuck?
up the rune two-hander, and it's actually my best in slot weapon.
37k
now,
for a
so
rune
I can
2H.
actually use this thing.
Biden's
which is
America, man.
great. It is
He's
super
hitting
accurate.
19s with this shit? What the fuck?
Okay, now it's okay.
He got
Like,
another
the
one.
first one was fine, but this is getting ridiculous. Okay. This. What? This is actually getting ridiculous now.
His pet
Right,
RNG is
now-
gone
now
after
I'm
that. Yeah,
happy.
he's gotten
Okay, you
two
are allowed
1
to
in
kill with
5,000
hands
drops
now.
in like a single trip.
How is this even possible? Like, this is kind of insane, guys.
And he has to go for the pets too.
Okay.
Shield left half.
This account is crazy. That's a shield left half and an ancient shard in the same drop. I wish that was a spear, but my god, that is 1 in 20,000.
20,000.
To get. Nothing I can do with it, but I cannot believe we're getting all of these items before the scimitar, but
He hasn't even gotten the 1 in
I'm
125 scimitar.
not complaining, that's so cool. Ooh.
Fire
a
battle
fire
staff, that's pretty
battle staff,
juiced.
Same rarity as the scimitar. I officially have got every drop from fire giants now except the rune scimitar.
Which
It's
is one of the
actually gonna
easiest
be
ones to get.
Very useful for magic in the future, I think, so very happy to see that drop. Oh. First
Longbone.
from fire giants. Haven't got a longbone from these yet. I have a feeling we are going
I
to
can't
get
believe he got a
very big
shield left
collection of
half and
longbows
2
curved
rune
bones from this guy
two-handers.
in the bank. Very cool.
What the fuck?
65 strength.
He's gotten 5 strength
whacking
levels
fire
without
giants
getting the
with this
damn rune
absolute
scimitar.
Unit weapon. That's 5 total strength levels so far from
Dude, and he
five
can't even
giants.
AFK
Actually
this. He's
getting a
fucking
decent
prayer
amount of
flicking the
strength
damn
XP
fire
here.
giants.
That's longbow number 10 on the account. We also have 27 giant keys now. Just quickly showing the collection. And nearly 100,000 GP.
Huge. This has gotta be the scimitar, right? Kite shield!
No way!
I mean, that's big.
No way, dude. I am done. I'm so done with this. This makes no sense. What? I don't have to kill head guards now because I... Oh my god. Guys, I've killed 300 fire giants. I got every single drop.
Bye to
besides
inner.
The rune scimitar. The rune scimitar is 1 in 128. I have got 2 rune 200s, 1 in 5.4k each. I've got a shield half, 1 in 20,000. And now I've got a rune kite shield, which is 1 in 16,000.
1 in
That is
16,000?
fantastic. Wow, great. What a great way to finish the first trip of the day.
Without getting a 1 in 125. There's the 25. Jesus.
Alright, there it finally is. The rune scimitar.
What the fuck?
Very interesting grind with...
Very
great
interesting. Yeah, that's
RNG,
something. That's a
but
word for
we
it.
can leave fire giants now. And continue on to the next monster.
What the fuck?
317 total kills.
317, and he got like a 1 in 200,000 fucking luck.
Originally, I had to kill head guards to get this kite shield. It's a 1 in 512 drop rate from head guards. They have 2 unique drops, which is the scimitar and the kite shield. But since I already have these 2 items now, I will skip those. I'm pretty sure if there's multiple monsters in
Dang,
the
he's
game
looking like a
that have
unit now.
the same drops. I don't think I have to get the drop from every monster. That would be kind of weird. So yeah, that's awesome. That actually saves a lot of time. The next monster I'm going to kill is Greater Demons. They have a Rune Full Helm drop and Adamant Legs, which will be upgrades. And killing my first one gives me a combat diary task. These ashes give 25 XP instead of 10. And that's 44 prayer.
44 prayer, huge.
So I can now use all the arrows I collect.
I'm gonna go blow my nose.
Hill
You guys
jump.
can keep watching. I can hear
I'm going
still.
to wait a little bit
I'm
longer
still
before I
following.
use them, but I will get the most out of the arrows now. First upgrade from Greater Demons, Adamant Legs. Quite a big upgrade because I don't really have any defensive legs yet. And these will be my best in slot legs until I probably get rune legs from Scotizo. Did a pretty big trip. We got a second totem piece and we obtained every drop from Greater Demons except the rune full helm now. I think we are around 200 kills in, so hopefully we get the helm soon. And that's another totem piece, always nice to see. That completes my third totem on the account so far. There we go, rune full helm drop. Took
Okay.
a little bit to get this. Pretty big upgrade over the steel med helm. It took us
Steel med helm to rune full
245
helm is
kills.
ridiculous.
Alright, next NPC.
Why are you killing black demons?
These ashes give 65 XP. So
That's huge,
quite a
actually.
bit
Wait, never
more.
mind.
And there's 45 prayer, which unlocks Mystic Might. which means I can start using my runes whenever I want to get the most out of them. These black demons are tough. I can only kill around 20 per hour.
20 an hour?
Body drop, which is a 1 in 128. So let's try and get this drop. Probably my most favorite regular drop is the 50
excuse me.
Drop. That's
Again.
going to help out a lot with magic.
Yeah, I got like a cold or something. Something's going on.
What
level hunter are you now? You've been lamping hunter.
Lamp should give me my first level. We've had.
Oh my god, you're only level 2? Oh wait, I thought it was. That's right, it's agility, not hunter.
So very nice to get some early boosts in the XP. Just got the rune Mad Helm, same chance as the chain body. Luckily, it's not completely useless because it doesn't have any negative range attack. So when I'm going to grind those levels, I will be using the rune Mad Helm for the defense bonus, but no negative range attack. What?
Silver ore.
Silver ore. We just hit big on the red drop table again.
Really?
It's probably around 1 in 5,000.
1 in 5,000?
Drop table drop,
Christ.
so that's pretty cool. It is not a requirement to complete the full red drop table items, by the way, but there might be a chance that we get everything. But yeah, not going to be a requirement, but very cool. 100 silver ore might be useful sometime in the far future for crafting XP. Look at that beautiful chain body on the ground.
Steel
I'm
chain
so
to rune chain. Another huge upgrade.
82 kill count, and we got basically everything from black demons now.
82
so
kill count?
Lucky,
Why is he so lucky?
Drop rate. I really did not want to go dry here because the kills are extremely slow. And
that's an iron
chain.
chain.
Doing Slayer here, so I have to hop a lot. But very happy to get
huge
this.
upgrade. Holy fuck.
Huge upgrade over the steel chain body as well. We
what is that drop table? What is that fucking log?
So this is what the setup is looking like for now. We almost have the best in slot gear we can obtain for now. There's 2 items missing. The rock shell boots and rock shell gloves from King Sandcrabs. And they also dropped the Mithril axe that I was talking about earlier. So we are going to kill Sandcrabs, get all of the unique items as well. And basically complete
Sandcrab time
for now. Only 4 kills in. Mithril X drop.
Huge. Now when he has to cut 40,000 trees, he can do it 5% faster. That's huge.
164 boots and gloves drops though. 69.
That is a rancid grind. 1 to 60 wood cutting, all on dead trees.
More fishing XP randoms. Level 17 fishing. Without fishing a single fish. We have finally got the first rock shell armor piece that we can equip, the gloves. 66 kills in.
Let's go. Slash and crush defense. Huge.
They don't add too much defense bonuses, but
they add something.
Cool.
And they do look kind of cool. And he finally has boots on the account.
Well, only 4 kills later, we have now got all the important drops from King Sandcrabs. I really like the way these boots look. And these boots and gloves have like the same stats as leather.
But they have the same stats as leather? They're made of rock.
And that basically finishes the best in slot melee setup for now.
Let's go. Look at that Chad setup. Best in slot melee setup, and it looks like that. Legendary.
There we go. 70 strength.
70 strength. Huge.
Looks clean.
That is
That's
clean.
Be the last combat level for now. 72 combat as well. 70 strength. Last melee level for now. And this is the
How many runes have you collected?
Overview. We've made tabs for like all the important sections, like a skilling tab. We put all the miscellaneous items in the first tab. We have like a food tab. Collected all the lobsters and tunas from
He has no fucking food.
Drops. We have the melee tab with all the weapons.
Almost no runes. That's insane. 135 mine runes, and he's level
these
72
arrows and
combat.
coming from all the monsters that we
Nothing
kill,
drops the mine
and
runes
will be
here.
very nice for future
He probably got
raids
that from a
and
random.
levels because we are still level 1. But yeah, pretty good looking tab. And then we have a farming and herbo tab that we probably won't touch for months.
Yeah, for a very long
junk
time.
tab, which has a lot of random items, but nothing really.
Those chaos
useful. I'm
talismans?
just gonna basically dump everything that doesn't fit
Or
one
mine.
of the other tabs in here. And we have a random event tab. I'm going to collect all the outfits and random event items in this tab. So yeah, that's what my bank looks like after all this progress. We have 72 combat and we have 3 days and
Oh my god, I got my
14
first
hours
frog
of
random
playtime.
on my
So
account
that's
last night.
close to
After 8 days
100
played
hours.
on that account, I got
60
my first
items
frog
in collection
random.
logs
Huge.
and 4
Huge.
combat tasks completed. Very nice. Hopefully you enjoyed this first progress video. Make sure you subscribe if you don't want to
I
miss
loved
the
that.
next
I know
one.
you guys hated that, but I loved every moment of that.
Like the video, that way I can...
No, Verve, sorry. Have I showed you guys this Horus Heresy battle report? It's like actual 40, it's like 40k. It's like a 40k gameplay of like the actual tabletop, but it's like edited and narrated very cinematically, so you can see what 40k is like to play, but like it's really high produced. Have I shown you guys that? I think I've spoken about it, but I'm not sure if I've reacted to it. I want to watch it. And I want to watch it because it'll force you guys to watch it. My bangs are all over the place today. I need a haircut so bad. It is the Horus Heresy Battle Report, Siege of Chthoniya. It's going over the Siege of Chthoniya campaign, where the Imperial Fists were invading the Sons of Horus homeworld. So, yeah.
The Siege of Chthoniya symbolizes the tumultuous final years of the Horus Heresy, characterized by relentless warfare fueled by vengeance and honor. Despite its significance, history has largely overlooked it in favor of the grander events on Terra. Yet it provides crucial insights into the heresy's nature, highlighting themes of loyalty, hatred, and the tragic toll of conflict. Chthoniya, once rich but now depleted, was colonized in the past and absorbed by the Imperium without consent. Initially seen as a nest of savagery, its inhabitants eventually became valuable resources for the fledgling Imperium.
Horus was born here.
After the heresy's outbreak, Dawn ordered Chthoniya's subjugation, tasking Lord Castellan Garius with erasing
raised.
the traitor Warmaster's memory, a perceived punishment for past failures.
It is like the History Channel.
The
This stuff is
True
amazing.
Sons, deeply connected to Chthonian traditions, were outraged by the loyalist occupation. Led by Varen Ashurhaddon, they sought to reclaim Chthoniya as a tribute to Horus. Despite some caution, Horus granted permission, allowing Varen to assemble a fleet and expel the enemy, further solidifying their loyalty to the Warmaster. Between the first siege of Chthoniya and the arrival of the True Sons invasion fleet, the Imperial Fists had fortified the planet extensively. The orbital plate, crucial for transit between space and ground, Garius ordered its power cut, thwarting the traitors and signaling Varen of his defiance. Varen's only option was risky orbital drops, plunging his warriors into Garius's wrath. Chieftain Ryaev of the 68th chapter,
I love this shit.
fueled
I'm
by a
enthralled.
desire to prove his inductia as true Chthonians, advocated for an immediate assault. However, Varen Ashurhaddon favored a more cautious approach. The Council of Captains reached a deadlock, with Ryaev's fervor countered by Varen's pragmatism. The decision ultimately rested with outsiders, the Word-Bearers and Alpha Legion captains. Praetor Mordecai's vote for immediate attack spurred Ryaev's faction into action. In spite of Varen's objections, he approved the orbital drop, allowing the 68th to make planetfall via drop pods, followed by the 5th chapter, arriving in the second wave with their Thunderhawk gunships.
Hello, Dreamy. Drop pod time.
The initial drop pods descended onto Chthonia's plains, hitting the designated zone as planned and anticipated by Lord Castellan Garius. Amidst the dust and disrupted communication, the fate of the assault remained unknown to the orbiting captains. When the dust settled, a grim scene unfolded. The area had become a lethal minefield.
It was a
crafted
trap.
by the collaboration of imperial fists and iron hands. Cunningly concealed, the gravitic mines thwarted the drop pod's descent, resulting in devastating casualties for the Sons of Horus. Choking dust, deadly gravitic fields and explosions turned the drop zone into a nightmare, which Lord Castellan Garius called his own drop site massacre. A third of the Sons of Horus's assault force was killed or wounded. Survivors used scanners to navigate mines and gather munitions.
Form a defensive perimeter.
At the same time, squadrons of tanks in the golden heraldry of the Imperial Fists accelerated out of concealment.
Let's go, Imperial
at full speed
Fists!
To reach the battle. Enraged, Chieftain Ryaev ignored retreat orders and rallied his troops for revenge on the Imperial Fists. But the Loyalists were well prepared.
The Raven Guard want their revenge. The Raven Guard were 2/3 of them were killed by the Traitor Legion
In the Pyre of Ambition, the defending
at the
Sons of
drop site
Horus must
massacre on
consolidate their
Isstvan
scattered
4.
forces at the evacuation zones and then hold out for as long as possible, while the attacking Raven Guard must seek to keep their opponent disordered and use the mission's unique rules to eliminate a superior foe. The mission uses unequal forces, with the defender having 25% more points than the attacker. The attacking Raven Guard have a smaller but more balanced combined arms force, whereas the defending Sons of Horus field a larger infantry and dreadnought-based force that lacks balance. Before any models are deployed onto the battlefield, the defending player must place 3 objective markers to represent evacuation sites and scores 1 victory point for each one held at the end of their turn. The attacker instead scores 1 victory point for each enemy unit removed from play. Both the attacker and defender must each divide their army into 2 sections, a vanguard and a rearguard. Each player's vanguard must include no more than 1/3 of the total number of units in that player's army. The rearguard must begin the battle in reserves. Additionally, the attacker must deploy D6 plus 1 gravitic mines onto the table, which count as difficult terrain and have a chance to explode. The defender deploys D3 plus 2 destroyed drop pods, which count as area terrain, granting a 4+ cover save to models within their bounds, and allow a roll on the dropship Hulk table, which can grant unique events, both positive and negative. This Apex mission uses a custom deployment map, with both deployment zones used by the attacker,
Marine to counter the
with
mines.
defender's units
Throw
being
your servitors
deployed
at 'em.
alternatively.
The serfs will clear the mines,
When
I
bringing
promise.
units into play from reserves, the attacking player may bring units into play from any point on the battlefield's edge within either deployment zone, while the defending player may bring units into play from any point on the battlefield's edge that is not in any deployment zone. Note that, as the defending player has no deployment zone, when a unit under the defending
Is each battle
player's
report
control
canon?
falls
I
back,
think the
it must do
results
so towards the
aren't.
nearest
It
objective
depends.
marker. If a
But the
unit under
overall
the
events
defending player's
are
control falls back into
like the
contact with an
setting
objective
in
marker,
general
then it is not
narrative.
destroyed, but stops falling back and becomes pinned instead. A series of actinic flashes blossomed amid the dust.
Ward
as the
Bearers
overclad
have arrived.
Deliverer Terminators of the Raven Guard teleported
Never
into
mind,
the
they're
midst
Raven
of the
Guard that are
disorganized
colored
Sons
like
of
Ward
Horus
Bearers.
landing site. Tactical support squad Stornus readied their melter guns as their Rhino transports sped into position. On the opposite deployment zone, Shadow Captain Cry and his Legion command squad in their Land Raider Proteus rumbles onto the table with the Whirlwind Scorpius in tow. Representing their disorderly state, all of the Sons of Horus Vanguard units scatter D6 from their intended deployment position. Chieftain Ryaev and his unit of Inductii deploy and scatter into possession of the center objective. Leviathan Dreadnought Onosius scatters into contact with a gravitic mine.
Uh-oh.
Tactical Squad Aranod and Squad Kenor attempt to deploy in defense of their chieftain, but instead both scatter further away toward the attacking Raven Guard. Chieftain Ryaev and his unit are holding the center objective, but
This
find
seems hard
themselves
for the
exposed
Horus,
as
the Sons of
battle
Horus player to
begins.
win.
The attacking Raven Guard have the first turn, unless the Sons of Horus
Wasn't
can
an
seize
in-lore
the
outcome
initiative,
decided by actual player matches? I don't know.
which they can't. Tactical Support Squad Stornus advances forward and daringly disembarks their Rhino transport within melter range of
Oh
mighty
god,
Meltas.
those are fucking Meltas.
Deliverer Squad Teresian moves into position alongside the left objective, denying Squad Kynor any chance of scoring easy victory points.
Oh, the Skaven and
Command Squad
Stormcast
Cry
thing?
moves
That was
towards
decided by a
Tactical Squad
poll.
Aranod and disembarks within an easy charge range. Squad Aranod responds with a withdraw movement reaction in hopes to force a more difficult charge. In the first shooting phase, the Whirlwind Scorpius launches a rocket barrage at Ryave's Inductia.
I didn't pull this. Oh god!
Six.
It's a fucking
Despite
killing
this, the
field.
Inductii pass their pinning test, eager to prove themselves worthy of the homeland they now stand upon. Tactical Support Squad Stornus fire their melter guns at near point-blank range into the ancient Anosius, inflicting 3 wounds. Wounded and enraged, the mighty Siege Dreadnought uses a return
He's
fire
gonna rip their heads off.
and unloads his entire armament back at the Raven Guard, killing all but the sergeant.
Oh god.
On the opposite side of the battlefield, the Land Raider activates its machine spirit and fires a Gravis las cannon into Tactical Squad Kynor,
Get their ass.
vaporizing a single Marine. It then
How
unleashes
unlucky,
its other
one guy got
Gravis las
shot.
cannon and twin-linked heavy bolter towards Squad Aranod, but fails to inflict any damage. As the assault phase opens, Shadow Captain Cry and his
It's a
retinue
narrative
charge
campaign,
Tactical
so it's not
Squad
supposed to be
Aranod,
fair. I think the
demonstrating
different
true
battles
skill
will
of
have
the
different
veteran Raven Guard.
advantages depending on
Sergeant Aranod's pride
the
cannot match
context.
their experience, and he is easily slain in a challenge by a legion chosen. Captain Cry and his squad then tear through the Sons of Horus, killing 7 more legionaries.
Oh, they're
Failing
cutting
to
them up.
inflict any damage and watching their brothers fall so easily, the Sons of Horus retreat toward the central objective. Narrowly
When did the
avoiding
Lamenters
Raven
show
Guard's
up?
Sweeping advance.
I
At the end
don't
of the
think
turn,
they
the
existed in
Gravitic Mind,
30k.
Ancient Anosius activates and pulls all models within its 9-inch range 4 inches closer before it explodes.
Oh god.
The Siege Dreadnought and Sergeant Stornus are unfazed, but the explosion claims 3 more of Ryave's Inductii.
Oh
Squad
my
Kynor is
god,
pulled
the
toward another gravitic mine,
Sons of Horus are
but
getting
manages to
ripped
stay
up.
safe out of detonation range. On the other side of the battlefield, a gravitic mine pulls the Land Raider Proteus and Raven Guard command squad 6 inches and triggers an explosion which is comfortably weathered by their artificer armor.
Bro, the Raven Guard are getting so lucky, they're rolling and never dying.
Fight, true sons of the War Master.
Primera stuff
Horus
is pretty
look down
old.
upon us
It was like
now.
2017 when they
Chieftain
first started
Ryav
coming out or
refused
some
to give
shit.
ground to those he saw only as relics of a failed crusade. The Inductii, with no choice but victory or death,
The kits they're using
began to
here
rally.
in this video are
Their
newer
sheer
than
numbers
Primaris.
leaving the Raven Guard at a severe disadvantage. The remnants of Squad Aranod and Chieftain
These
Ryav
came out
and
like
his
last year.
Inductii move back into control of the central objective.
Or the year before.
Tactical Squad Kynor deliberately moves into contact with the nearby gravitic mine in hopes they can clear it, making a safe path for the incoming rear guard reserves. They take aim at the nearby deliverers and unleash a deadly.
You better
hail
leave those
of bolter
Terminators
fire.
alone, they'll rip you in
All
half.
rounds failed to penetrate the heavy cataphractii plate. Squad Aranod fire their bolters at the advancing command squad Cry and fails to inflict any casualties.
The Raven Guard
Cry
never
from
take any
Anosius
wounds, they're so
targets his
lucky.
full armament on Sergeant Stornus. The lone sergeant return fires a melter shot, inflicting another wound on the hulking Leviathan before it melts him with flame and phosphex.
Oh,
At
there
the
he
end of the
goes.
turn,
What a
the
brave
gravitic
hero.
mine triggered by Squad Kynor pulls them, and the nearby Inductii squad with Chieftain Ryav 2 inches closer before it detonates. As the smoke clears, it reveals a scene of devastation and carnage. Underestimating the lethality of the detonation.
Oh
9
my
members of Squad
god,
Kynor are slain,
9?
while 3 Inductii. At the
The
beginning
Sons of
turn
Horus are getting
2,
ripped up.
The majority of the Raven Guard rear guard arrives from reserve.
And the rear guard is here.
With a land speeder Proteus squadron, Venerable Krazen, Tactical Squad Reich with Apothecary Kailesh, Vigilator Kiorn, and Dark Fury Squad Triris joining the
I like how all the squads are named.
the last unit in this
They get what they
wave of
frickin'
reserves
deserve, they
reveals
did.
itself.
Oh, that's a chat.
Moritat Prime Kaidi's Nex with Mordathan Strike Team Jalaran. Shadow Captain Cry advances toward the center objective. Their Land Raider Proteus
Are these the
reverses
emos?
onto the far
Yeah,
right
these are the
objective and
emos.
Deliverer Squad
The
Teresa
Raven Guard.
grabs the far left one
The Hot
in
Topic
anticipation
Marines.
of the incoming Sons of Horus rear guard. The Whirlwind Scorpius opens the shooting phase again, targeting Chieftain Ryav's Inductii and killing 6 more Marines in a rocket barrage, but fails to pin them. Vigilator Kjorn puts Chieftain Ryav in his crosshair, but misses with his mastercrafted nemesis Bolter. The Landspeeder Proteus Squadron fires their multi-
When did the car...
into
Huh? Huh? A refresh fixed it. It's an OBS problem. My chat doesn't display in OBS anymore. Let's see if I can reset that. Okay, now that's working again. It wasn't my internet. Nothing happened. Okay, well, it's better. So we'll just go back. We were here?
Squad with Chieftain Ryav
Nope, past
becoming
this.
sons of
Past this.
Kynor himself,
We're here.
destroying one and reducing a squadron. Vigilator Kjorn
Yeah.
puts Chieftain Ryav in his crosshair,
We're here.
but misses with his mastercrafted nemesis Bolter. The Landspeeder Proteus Squadron fires their multi-melters into an OCS. He simultaneously return fires into the Landspeeders,
Oh god.
destroying one and reducing
Dreadnoughts
the
are
other
so
to a
powerful on the
single
table. This thing is like not going
Onosius
down.
succumbs to his wounds.
He went
His
down.
automatic deflector erupts and explodes,
Oh my
putting
god.
another hull point on the nearby Rhino. Kaidi's Nex and the Mordathan put down sniper fire into Squad Kynor, assassinating Kynor himself and all of the Marines with special war gear. Despite heavy casualties, Squad Kynor passed their pinning test. Angered by the Sons of Horus's pride, Squad Terizian fires their multi-melter into the tactical Marines and kills another. Again, Squad Kynor hold their ground. Dark Fury Squad. Trirus charges
I like their
towards Squad
jetpacks.
Aranon, who unleashes an Overwatch reaction. Despite losing a single Marine, the Dark Furies easily make their charge into the Sons of Horus. Shadow Captain Cry and his command squad pile into the combat.
Oh my god,
Squad
there's so many.
Aeronauts stand no chance against the elite Raven Guard and are swiftly butchered in a bloody melee. The Raven Guard consolidate toward Chieftain Ryav at the central objective. And
That's why you don't
complete
give your
their
officers
second
special
turn.
armor so snipers can't do that. Yeah. Quick, shoot the guy with the top knot.
Much of the Sons of Horus rearguard arrive from reserves.
This is so
Bringing in
awesome.
Sky Hunter
Battle
jet
reports are
bikes
usually
squadron
really boring,
Barakyle.
but this is like the most well-produced battle
Contemptor
report I've ever
Dreadnought
seen.
Talon with Despoiler
And I've watched a
Squad
good
Ikari
number.
in tow. Castroferum Dreadnought Ulnok and Reaver Squad Derul. Raven Guard Tactical Squad Reich use their augury scanner to perform an intercept reaction and unload their Umbra pattern bolters into Despoiler Squad Ikari.
But I can only imagine the
Despite
work that goes into
intervening
this.
cover provided by the
It's
Dreadnoughts,
probably
they
quadruple
slay
what a
7
normal battle
Marines
report
in
would
an
be.
exceptional round of shooting.
But usually a normal battle
Mordathan
report, it
follows
says like
suit and
two
use
like
their
nerds
reaction
like,
point to intercept the
"Oh,
hulking
man, you
Dreadnought
sure are
Ulnok."
rolling really well." I don't care about what you
Their
have to say,
bolter
buddy. I'm
rounds
sorry.
harmlessly bouncing off the armored ceramite. Kaidi's Nex performs a pinpoint strike, inflicting a wound.
You're shooting
with
your
his
bolt
full
pistols at a
grip
fucking
arms.
venerable dreadnought. It's gonna melt
Artifacts
you.
he has carried since the rebellion on Kievar. The battle teetered on a knife's edge. The dust clouds were clearing, and the traitors beheld how few the Raven Guard were. A few hundred against near 1,000. Even with the casualties they had suffered, the inductii of the 68th were far from defeated, as long as they could regroup before the arrival of the Imperial Fist columns that approached.
The fists,
Chieftain
hurry
Ryav
up! The Raven
commanded
Guard need
several
help.
Members of Squad Kynor to rally at the center objective, the only one in the Sons of Horus's possession. Jetbike Squadron Barakyle
Yeah, killing Space
unleashes
Marines is
their
easy if
plasma
you're also a
cannons on the
Marine, for
Raven
sure.
Guard Command Squad,
And in the Horus Heresy, it was like this. They died by the
wounding
dozens.
another, and eliminating 3 chosen. Contemptor Dreadnought Jurek turns his attention to the delivery.
He's got the dual autocannons.
Loads his dual Keres assault cannons, killing 2 in a hail of fire. Contemptors Calintus and Gamex unload their combined fury.
God, I
into
love
Squad
dreadnoughts. God, I love dreadnoughts.
Reich, killing 4 tactical Marines.
The Deathwatch noobs got
Dreadnought
washed by
Ulnok
warriors.
blasts
True.
Mordathan with his hull-mounted melter gun and flamestorm cannon, then targets them with his havoc launchers. Amidst the chaos of his attack, he was only able to inflict a single wound on the Raven Guard, who react with return fire, demonstrating their advanced marksmanship by inflicting a rending wound back on Ulnok. Angered by the Raven Guard's defiance, Ulnok declares a charge. The Mordathan respond with an overwatch. Despite Kaida's Nex's precision, he fails twice to inflict any damage.
Uh-oh.
The rest of the unit manages to rend another wound on the Dreadnought before it stomps into combat.
Yeah, they better watch out. That
Contemptor's
guy's
Calintus and Gamax
strong.
charge fearlessly into
The
Squad
Dreadnoughts are
Reich.
about to start ripping
On
up.
the other side of the battlefield, Reaver Squad Derul makes a disordered charge into combat with Vigilator Kjorn and the
Kjorn?
frisky Whirlwind Scorpius.
Their assassins getting
Kaida's Nex
swarmed.
attempts to use his Fulcrum hand cannon's point-blank attack, but fails to wound. A single Mordathan is crushed by Ulnok's Gravis Power Fist. The surviving Raven Guard hurl crack grenades into the Dreadnought, reducing him to a single wound and tying the combat.
Uh-oh, he's gonna blow up.
Contemptor's Calintus and Gamex prove superior in combat,
And is War Thunder doing a
tearing
Space Marine
through
event?
Squad
That'd be
Reich
fire.
and annihilating 7 Marines with their Gravis Power Fist.
7 Marines? The Dreadnoughts are doing work.
Squad Reich breaks under the twin Dreadnought's fury and manages to escape the melee. Looking for a more worthy opponent, Calintus and Gamex consolidate toward the Deliverers.
The double Dreadnought
Reaver
squad is
Squad
evil.
Derul splits their attacks between Vigilator Kjorn
No
and
penetration
Scorpius,
5 times.
while
He's just
neither
shooting at a
Kjorn nor the
Baneblade.
Reavers manage to land any wounds during their exchange. The Reavers find more success.
I
with
want a
the Whirlwind,
Baneblade, if only because the
achieving
thing's the
double
size of a
immobilized
shoebox.
result and providing enough hull points to wreck it.
Yeah,
The
vehicles
survivors
don't
of
have
Squad
hit
Reich
points,
with
they have
Apothecary
hull
Kailash
points.
regroup and advance back into the fight.
There's one in Space
Failing
Marine?
to bring
Really?
in any fresh reserves this turn, the Raven Guard will need every soldier at their disposal. The Land Raider Proteus rotates to face Sky Hunter Squadron Barakyle, and the remaining
tall as, like,
Land
3
Speeder
guardsmen?
Proteus
Yeah,
moves
that seems
forward to
right.
support the embattled
It's
Deliverers.
a truly massive vehicle.
Venerable Krasen advances toward the Sky Hunters. In the middle of the battlefield, Dark Fury Squad Triris uses their Corvid jump packs to leap over Riave, landing between the Chieftain and his relief squad, Kainor. Shadow Captain Cry moves to contest the center objective, as the two warlords prepare for the duel that will determine the battle's outcome. The Land Raider opens fire with all its might into Sky Hunter Squadron Barakyle, easily killing 3 riders.
I like
Venerable
those
Krasen
weird
joins in
Sky
and
Hunter
aims his
bikes.
Gravis multi-melter and plasma blaster at the beleaguered jet bikes, who quickly react with a return fire. The Dreadnought sustains a wound, but isn't slowed, and he swiftly dispatches the rest of Squadron Barakyle. The Land Speeder Proteus fires its multi-melter.
Goofy-ass
to
Land
attempt to
Speeder.
Gamex. The
Steam,
fusion
go away.
blasts deflected harmlessly
Yeah,
off the
thank you,
Dreadnought's
Steam. Goodbye.
automatic deflector. Shadow Captain Cry leads his
And
command
my
squad
chat
into
broke in
combat
OBS
against
again.
Chieftain Riave,
What? Okay,
who
hold on.
wel-
What is going on? It's letting me know that Tanner's declined my purchase request, though. So, the Ghost in the Machine is like... Something's happening to my computer. The Ghost in the Machine is unhappy today.
Comes the fight. Squad Triris charges into Squad Kinor, while Deliverer Squad Teresian declares a charge on Contemptor Gamex.
Wow, they're brave,
losing one
charging the
member to an
Dreadnoughts.
Overwatch reaction as they enter combat. In the opposite corner of the battlefield, Vigilator Kjorn and Reaver Chieftain Derol engage in combat. Kjorn is unable to inflict any damage, and Derol responds with his paired lightning claws, delivering 3 rending wounds and violently cutting down Kjorn.
No, they're
The Reavers
assassin.
consolidate forward. Kaida's Nex attempts another point-blank shot
They're still
with his
fighting this
Fulcrum
fucking thing.
hand cannon against Ulnok, but fails to wound the Dreadnought yet again.
He
Ulnok
failed to wound him
responds
so many
by
times.
crushing 2 Mordathan, who are unable to inflict any damage.
They're struggling to
Despite
bring
the
this guy
odds,
down.
The Raven Guard pass their leadership test and stay in the fight. In a fierce assault, the Deliverers manage to inflict 3 wounds on
I love
Contemptor
Contemptor Dreadnoughts, the little ones. They
Gamex
look so
fights
cool.
back, killing 1 Deliverer and leaving only Sergeant Teresian standing.
Oh my god, he's so
Squad
brave.
Kainor is completely outmatched by Squad Triris, failing to deal any damage to the seasoned Dark Furies. The Dark Furies respond by killing 4 members of Squad Kainor and cutting down the last man standing in a sweeping advance. Chieftain Riave and Shadow Captain Cry engaged in a brutal duel, with Riave's heavy axes clashing against Cry's talons. Cry inflicts a single wound on Riave, who retaliates with equal fury, inflicting a wound back. The Raven Guard command squad swiftly dispatches
To the Scions,
the
that Terminator's
Inductii,
getting washed?
flawlessly
Perhaps.
executing them and remaining untouched. Despite
The
his
leaders are having a
exhilaration in
duel.
melee,
It's so
Raev
cool.
could not ignore the changing tide of battle. He failed his leadership test and narrowly escaped the combat.
Why are we stopped? What's going on? Am I even still live? Uh. Oh. What's going on? I think my OBS crashed that time. We were here.
Fury Squad.
Here. Don't worry, bro. You're not live. You can say whatever you want. I'm really still live? Because on my screen, my OBS is not open. I can't see anything. Okay, I'll open back up OBS and see what's going on. Okay. We're almost back up. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. We're almost fixing. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Wait, what does this look like to you guys right now? Okay. Okay. And if I go here, we might have double Reese for a second. Here. Actually, let's put my preview here. My OBS preview and chat are completely broken, so like I can't see what's happening. But on the live stream, it looks like it's working. Where were we?
A single Mordathan is crushed by Olmoc's Gravis Power Fist. The surviving Raven Guard hurl crack grenades into the Dreadnought.
We're past
The
that.
battle's outcome.
Here we go. We're
The
past
Lance
this.
Against Chieftain Raev, who welcomes the fight.
Yep.
Squad Triris charges into Squad Kenor, while Deliverer Squad Teresian declares a charge on Contemptor Gamex, losing one member to an Overwatch reaction as they enter combat. In the opposite corner of the battlefield, Vigilator Kjorn and Reaver Chieftain Derol engage in combat. Kjorn is unable to inflict any damage, and Derol responds with his
We're
pair
past
lightning
this.
claws, delivering 3 rending wounds and violently
Because
cutting
the
down
yep,
Kjorn.
this he dies.
The Reavers can sweeping advance.
The sweeping advance.
Despite his exhilaration
Here we are.
in melee, Raev could not ignore the changing tide of battle. He failed his leadership
'Cause
test
those are the
and
dice.
narrowly escaped the combat, retreating onto the center objective and
Yup.
becoming pinned.
Here we are.
More of the sons of Horus Rearguard arrive from reserves.
More rear guard.
Tactical support squad Ikosa readies their rotor cannons as assault squad Baraksa jumps into the fray. Praetor Goliad and veteran tactical squad Uran aim their Bane strike bolters at Krazen, who intercepts them with melter and plasma fire, killing 2 and wounding 1. Contemptor Kalintus advances on squad Reich. As
These
Yuri
contemptors
pushes
are a
forward.
menace.
Meanwhile, the remnants of Squad Ikari rush past Gamex, nearing the left objective. Squad Ikosa unleashes their rotor cannons on Squad Triris, but despite the hail of fire, they only manage to finish off the wounded Dark Fury and injure
all of those
Triris
dice, and they got
remains
one wound.
steadfast and refuses to be pinned down. Calintus fires his dual fist-mounted graviton guns into Squad Reich, but fails to kill any Marines. Praetor Goliad and the veteran tactical squad target Krasen and inflict 3 wounds in a barrage of plasma and bane strike rounds. Calintus declares an easy charge into Squad Reich as Assault Squad Baraxa jumps into combat with the Mordathan.
Oh, those
alongside
fucking
Olmok.
eliminators
Goliad and
are
his
done.
bodyguard charge at Krasen, who defiantly overwatches back, killing 3 more veterans.
Oh
as
my
they
god,
advance.
he's popping off.
A Karsoran power axe breaches the Dreadnought's armor, inflicting a wound. In response, Krasen tears a veteran in half. Goliad and Sergeant Uran, both armed with thunder hammers, put an end to Krasen's rampage.
No. Oh.
Sergeant
explosion
Turizin
kill?
rents 2 wounds on Gamex, who fails to respond. Squad Reich's attacks harmlessly bounce off Calintus' armor as he crushes 2.
Calintus has been a menace this entire thing.
Squad Reich pass their leadership test and stay in the fight. On the opposite corner of the battlefield, Kaidi's Nex fires another point-blank.
They're still
shot
fighting
that
this
bounces
fucking
off the
dreadnought over here.
Dreadnought's ferromantic deflector. Meanwhile, the assault marines attack, killing 5 Mordathan. In response, the Mordathan draw their chainswords, cutting down 2 assault marines. Ulnok retaliates by crushing the last Mordathan. Overwhelmed, Kaidi's Nex falls back and barely escapes the Sons of Horus' assault.
There he goes. He escaped.
The Raven Guard, recognizing the Sons of Horus' dwindling chances of victory, move directly into the assault phase. Shadow Captain Cry charges at Chieftain Ryaev.
They're not gonna let him escape.
Inflicting 2 wounds. In retaliation, Ryaev swings his paired axes, dealing a wound to the Shadow Captain.
They're pretty even
Command
though.
Squad fails to
Oh,
land
but he's
any
got help.
attacks on Ryaev. The assault continues as Ryaev parries Cry's attacks and retaliates with another wound. Both warlords are deadlocked in combat.
They literally have the same amount of wounds, I think. They both have 2.
As Ryaev exulted, sensing the tide of combat shifting in his favor, the melee briefly parted, revealing a legion chosen armed with dual lightning claws. The chosen tore into Ryaev's artificer-forged armor, toppling the chieftain at the moment of his triumph.
He was about to win the
Raven Guard
duel,
sealed
and he gets fucking
68's
stabbed in the
fate.
back. Fucking
Without Chieftain
hero.
Ryaev, the Sons of Horus fought fiercely but lacked coordination. The arrival of the Sons of Horus' 5th chapter saved them, as Thunderhawk gunships drove back the Raven Guard long enough for a desperate evacuation. They fled just as the Imperial Fist's armored column opened fire. The first engagement of Chthonia's second siege ended in defeat for the traitors, but it would not be the last battle for the desolate world.
Bro, that shit is so fire. I love that. They just put out the 2nd episode the other day. Maybe we'll watch that another time. If I disable my preview and then turn it back on, it's still broken. So I don't think I could fix it in my OBS without stopping the stream, which is a bit poo-poo. What do we watch next? Something shorter maybe this time? Oh, my Discord's broken too? Bro, after the stream, I'm gonna have to restart my shit. What's going on with my computer right now? This has never happened before. Hi, JS Chaos. Will my Discord open up? So, like... What's going on with my shit, bro? I was gonna look through the React channel to see if there was anything you guys had put in there. Okay, it opened up. Up. Up, up, up. Animals at the Florida Zoo. Now this actually seems fire. Very short. Yep, we'll throw this on. now. If I go to my stream, is this what we see? Yeah.
So the well-being of our animals is the most important goal that we have here at the Palm
Tell me
Beach
the name
Zoo.
of this tortoise
So
right now.
We have very detailed plans.
I don't want to know your name, Mike. I want to name the name of
provide,
that tortoise.
Opportunities for them to cool off during the summertime. Our
It is
black
really
bears,
hot in
Lewis and
Florida. It's
Clark,
disgusting.
have their own chilled pool. We keep it chilled to a nice 74 degrees.
Oh my
and they love
goodness, look at
swimming in
them.
that every day. They also have their own
Big
ice
piles
rink.
of ice.
And so we'll take buckets of ice and place
Oh
them out on habitat
my
that they just dive right
gosh.
into.
I love bears.
We also saw our otters. So our 4 otters, Luna
Yep,
and
Icebox.
Ollie, Peach and Yoshi. And
Peach
we
and
give them
they're
foods
Mario
frozen in
names.
blocks of ice. So we take food like smelt, freeze it in a block of ice, and put it in their water for them to not only cool off with, but it actually is really stimulating for them
enrichment.
to tear the ice apart and get their food. Our tigers have a habitat that already has a river in it, so a lot of people don't realize.
I love tigers. Big
love
cats
to
are so
swim,
cool.
So they actually spend a lot of time in the water. But when they're really warm, what we'll do is we'll make special treats for them. So we'll take a bone and freeze it in a block of ice, and we'll also freeze goat milk. They love drinking goat milk, and putting it into a frozen block is nice and refreshing.
Idiot, you dropped it.
So our tortoises, our Aldabra tortoises, really love to take showers. So they come from an environment
Tell me their names now.
that is normally very, very hot and doesn't have a lot of water in it. So any sort of water in their environment is really stimulating for them.
Enrichment.
So sometimes we like to go over there with our hose and just make a little shower for them, and they'll usually stretch out their legs and lean into it, and probably kind of like a hydro massage for them because they can actually feel it through their shell. You know, summertime here in South Florida feels like it's from, you know, April until November.
It really
so
is.
During that entire time,
Bro, I love
especially
bears.
during the really hot months of July, August,
I want to
September,
give that thing a big
when
hug.
The humidity is really hot. There's a lot of sunshine. That's when we're providing opportunities for them to cool off on a daily basis.
Wow, that was awesome. That was awesome. I need to watch more stuff like that. Like short. Eating at Legoland? Oh my god, it's dancing bacon. I don't know if I could do dancing bacon right now. Unless. Am I on Big Reese right now? I should be, right? Yeah. Big tortoise named Big Al? Hell yeah. New $700 PS5 Pro revealed. So at what point should you just buy a cheap gaming PC? Strider, thank you. At what point do you just buy a gaming PC? A $700 console? That's ridiculous. Because you can get like a low-end gaming PC for the same price. And a Steam Deck for half the price. We'll watch this. It's Gorka Morka. Hobby time again.
Who's them soggers over there? And why's that git staring at me all funny like? Hold up. I just heard that run say their trucks is faster than ours. That's it, lads.
Gorka Morka's like
Get ready to bash some skulls.
it was a short-lived
My name's Oliver, and today I'm joined by my
tabletop
brother Joseph.
game of like
Hello,
vehicle
and we are going to
combat.
paint up and play Gorka Morka like it is 1997.
I mean, I'll be that guy.
This
Don't
is a
buy a
trip
specific
down memory
PC
lane, a
ever.
nod to
Buy the
what
parts
many
and put it
consider
together
the
yourself.
golden
You'll
era
save
of
hundreds of
Warhammer.
dollars.
We're talking about Gorka Morka. Released in 1997, the game is centered around the Orcs, a brutal
I don't know
and
much about
chaotic
Gorka
alien
Morka.
race stranded on the desert planet Angelus. After their space hulk crashes, the orcs construct ramshackle vehicles and form factions to scavenge resources and dominate the wasteland.
Building a PC yourself
Players
seems
control
daunting,
orc
but it's really
warbands
not that
led by
hard to
Nob,
do.
racing,
It'll take you a few
battling, and
hours,
looting in fast-paced skirmishes. The game
and
blends
just
vehicle
watch a YouTube
combat
tutorial. I
with
think when I did
intricate
my first
clashes,
PC assembly, it took me
capturing
maybe
the
4 or
orcs'
5
wild
hours,
anarchic nature
and I
as
just
they
watched
worship
it. I followed
twin
along the
gods,
YouTube tutorial the
Gork,
entire time.
brutal yet cunning, and Mork, cunning but brutal.
So Gork Walker was a game.
Do you guys
played
think I'd
about
be
30
cunningly
years
brutal
ago,
or
right?
brutally
7
cunning?
years ago now, when we were but young
Picking out the
kids,
parts
and
is
now we
definitely
are
harder
old
than putting it
adults.
together for
Yeah.
sure. You got to make sure
I
they're
remember playing this years
compatible
ago,
and
got the box
you
set,
know
and
they're
got me the extra bits. You got the
relatively
metal
future proof.
pipe and the spark- yeah, that's right. Knobs and everything. You got the helicopters, the death copters, and the youths and the grots. But it was great. Right? It was a really fun game. Yeah, you just can't take it seriously. That's the idea behind
It's kind of a non-issue with PC
The
part
main thing
picker.
was,
That's
like,
true.
Intentionally driving a truck off a cliff, or you know those like raised barricade things, and you drive your truck off that, and it lands on the truck and squishes all the boys on top. I remember that. What was the rule? Like you drive your truck around, and if the dude falls off the back, you get as many boys as you can, literally physically fit onto the back of a truck. So if you just like move it, they've fallen off. Yeah, I'll be honest. Putting them all together and like getting them all to work again, like in all the bits, was very.
I really don't know anything
Having
about
them
Gorka
sprayed
Morka.
up
This is kind of
feels
fun.
like
The whatchamacallit, the style.
Now, I was fortunate enough to get my hands on a near complete set. Joe and I then sat down and built
It's
all
a
the
30-year-old
miniatures and the
set.
vehicles. I gave the vehicles a spray with lead belcher over black, and then sprayed the orcs up with black and a grey zenithal from above. We only had a couple of days to get these things ready and painted, and I didn't want to rush them or do a bad job, so I figured we'd best get started. Building an orc warband is a core part of the game. There are two types of mobs you can choose from, each with its own playstyle. Gorkas, they worship Gork, the god of strength and direct smashy combat, or Morkas, they follow Mork, the trickier, more cunning orc god. You start with a pool of teeth, orc currency, to spend on recruiting your warband and equipping them as you like. You'll need
Take
to
a
hire units
slurp
like
of thermal
Knobs,
paste.
Leader, boys, youths, Gretchen,
I
and
can
Spanners,
guarantee you won't
as well as
regret
light
it.
vehicles to get around and fight. As we know, orcs love their gear, so spending your teeth wisely on weapons, armor, and vehicle upgrades is crucial to building the right warband for you. As your warband plays more games,
They
they'll
have
gain experience
stats?
points, find valuable
It's kind of like
and build
Necromunda.
popular
Each of the
abilities,
individual
allowing them
orcs
to
have
grow and
stats
evolve over time.
and
This
names.
is honestly one of the most exciting parts of Gorka Morka, as your mob gets tougher, or maybe not, and more dangerous after every battle. With the warbands picked out, it's time to get onto the painting. Joe went down the army painter speed paint route and used the orc flesh. This gave us a great coverage. It may have been better to have given it a white zenithal to make it a little brighter, but for the time put in, you get a smooth and clean finish. I, on the other hand, could not help myself but crack
Goblin
out
green?
the old Goblin Green, the
You're gonna
1994 paint
you're gonna
set.
use some
The
Goblin green
original,
on
the
these?
OG, the master
That's an
of
original pot too.
Now, I'm not
When's
gonna
that Speed
show
Paint
you
3.0?
the
I'm not sure if they're
individual
making one of those,
paints
man.
used throughout every
They only
mod,
made it
how
2.0
every
'cause
single
1.0
bit,
was
because,
dog
to be
water.
honest, we popped down to the pub to break it up, came back, and decided against filming all of it. But if you want to see how these old paints work, do make sure to check out the video painting Warhammer using the 1994 paint set. With the last few details done, just filling in the bits and bobs, we sat there, had a chat, discussed our orc names and warbands, and then got ready to rumble. Painting these classic models was a real pleasure. There's just something satisfying about their simplicity. They're not overly detailed.
They
making
are
it easy to
simple and
distinguish
very
which one.
ugly.
Plus, there's less pressure to make them look like award-winning masterpieces, which lets you enjoy the whole process even more. In the end, our two warbands turned out completely differently. Joe has always been a much faster painter than me, and while I tend to take my time, everything I do takes more than twice as long. It's always fascinating to see how differently people approach their work. Now that both warbands are finished, the boys are finally ready. With the band still rocking out
Gorka
in the background,
Morka.
they leap into their trucks and fire.
I think
up the
they
engine.
made a
Gorka
game that's
Morka
inspired
plays
by
smoothly,
this
though, with a bit of
recently.
silliness, as it
Like a
pulls
kind of
most
Twisted
its
Metal
mechanics from Warhammer
orc game.
40,000 Second Edition, which was the current one at the time. We set up the board by placing scrap counters for our boys to fight over and collect, adding an extra layer of reward after the dust settles. Starting about 24 inches apart, all of our models were mounted on trucks, a central feature of this game, allowing us to jump straight into the chaos of vehicle and weapon rules. This game loves its modifiers. It loves modifiers, charts, and plenty of math, true to the Warhammer tradition. Joe actually got
Too much
the early
math.
upper hand with some well-placed shots from the truck, taking out one of my orcs quite early on. As the battle progressed, we eventually clashed in
I like the
brutal
band
close
on the
combat.
stage. That's fun.
This is where things got a little tricky, as we had to check the rules a few times due to the complex melee modifiers. Especially with our warbangs being relatively evenly matched, every modifier mattered. It's then that the big boys made it into combat.
Okay, we're at a pretty pivotal point. I thought it was time for a headshot. It is knob on knob action. I'm trying so hard.
Let's
not to talk
go.
like an East London, because that's what we've been doing for that. Let's get bashing, crumping. So we've got knob on
Let's
knob.
go.
It's,
Knob on knob
Knob
contact.
Nose bits against knob gobbler. It's a D6 plus weapon skill. You get plus one for charging. Roll the dice. What's that? Equal. Equals.
Oh.
Dem's the same, these are. Equals is boring. Roll again. Rolls that again. There we go. Oh, I get 10 against 8. I get 2 hits through to you. Strength versus stop is 5 to wound you. I do 1 wound. Armor save is 6 worth of studied armor. It doesn't save it. And then it's onto the injury chart. So 6 basically.
Injury
kills you.
chart.
6 is okay. 6 kills you. 1 to 2 you're okay. A bit with minus weapon skill. And 3 to 5 you stay alive. It is a 1. A measly 1 on the rules.
Barely a wound.
Checking out the charts because that's what this game likes. Flesh wound. Fights on at minus 1 weapon skill and ballistic skill. That's it. Don't hurt me, that done. I'm hard. I'm hard, I am. Use be hard.
The
He's
battle
hard.
raged on for several more turns. Both warbands ended up getting a considerable battering from the other one, until eventually my lads decided they've had enough of this one. This
were
game
dead.
is the perfect opportunity to do the best part of this game. I know Joe and I both love this. That is leveling up the warbands. You gain experience for doing all sorts of things in the game, and then once you hit
That's
a
fun.
certain experience point level, you then get to level up your stats. There is nothing better than getting +1 strength, attack, wound, or toughness on one of your wonderful, wonderful orcs. And with that, we'll catch back up and let you know how we got on.
I really enjoyed that. It literally felt like when we were younger. Yeah, it actually does.
Whole chart.
It's an opportunity to film this kind of board with these kinds of models painted up how they are now. We did those models like in like 2 days, whatever it's been. It's not been that. Not a year, yeah. And you know, it's just I would have. This was the dream as a kid. Yeah. Yeah. We didn't have scenery like this back in 1997. I think it was the opportunity to be able to come and play it on this board.
I was a little baby.
And paint up the set again from almost basically new. You've seen them where they were. That's not going to happen.
Stop
really ever
looking
again.
right into the camera with your piercing blue eyes.
So,
It's so terrifying. Please no more.
We played loads of this as kids. This and more time. It's just
People
fun.
with
It's
blue
good
eyes
system,
be
right?
like-
And it's like, it's second edition Warhammer 40,000 condensed into some sort of weird Mad Max land. I lost the game 5, but we both won the war of life. And like, I think our knobs just decided, he's alright, isn't he? He's alright. Let's get some grog. Yeah, and now we're probably going to play a few more games in the campaign. We did the best games.
Orcs are, they
Best
modeled
part of any
orcs
game
after
is
the
we're
average
leveling up.
British
I've got what?
person.
I've got loads of teeths. I've got another 80 XP. My mob rating's gone up. I've really enjoyed it, Joe, and it's been lovely to have you back over really doing this kind of stuff. Thank you for sharing this one with me, since you like being children again, and I really enjoyed
It was a cute little video, because I didn't know much about Gorka Morka. I think that's a fun, like, little tabletop game. The premise is fun, like Mad Max orcs. I'm gonna check the Twitterverse. What's going on in the Twitterverse right now? Mint. Am I a girl fail? Yep. Yep. That new PS5 is just disgusting. Who the hell's gonna buy that? Really nothing going on the Twitterverse today, huh? Oh well. React suggestions. No more suggestions. We do it myself. What'll I find? Problem is, all my stuff, my YouTube is very curated to really long form content because that's what I like, but that's not super reactable. As much as I loved like a 30-minute long RuneScape video, you guys hated that. So like, What happens now? What do I do? What do I do? What if I put them on faster speed? Yuck. Yuck. I am being recommended WTF is Warhammer 40k Space Marine. Total Biscuits video on the original Space Marine 13 years ago. Holy fuck. That is crazy. More one-shot hardcore Iron Man? There's a lot. There's a lot of that. Tanner, how unusual were medieval crimes? How long is this? 20 minutes? That's not bad. I already like this. Yep. I just had to see one frame of the guy walk on screen, and I knew that I'd be about it.
Medieval people obviously suffered the same kind of crimes that we do. Murder, theft, robbery, arson, fraud. Not murder, interestingly, if you're an Englishman at a certain time period. But broadly speaking,
murder was
kind
legal?
of crimes we suffer from today. However, there are a number of specifically medieval crimes, and weirdly, one or two of them are still in operation today. Let me tell you all about it.
This guy's awesome. This guy's awesome already. This is, I think, the only good kind of British person. This dude is the CEO of Rebellion, that make the people that make Sniper Elite. That makes perfect sense, actually.
You could be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Duke William, now King William of
This is the
England,
only good kind of
Hastings,
British person.
set aside
However,
vast
when you see a
swathes
British
of
person like
England
this,
to
it's a
be
50-50 chance he's
forested,
racist.
Afforested, turned into the Silver Regius, or the Kingswood, that's in Latin. And these were specific areas of the landscape reserved for Duke William and his cronies to go hunting, basically. Vast preserves. There were special rules about what you could hunt and what you could do to protect the deer and boar in particular, but also they restricted what you could do in terms of gathering wild
There's
food,
game law. That's interesting.
hunting yourself, even what you could do with the trees and chopping things down and how you use the wood. This obviously is made beloved of the Robin Hood stories. This is probably why Robin Hood was made so famous, because he lived in Sherwood Forest. Now, forests aren't necessarily all about trees. We see it on telly all the time, you know, the
telly.
forests and Sherwood outlaws in green or motley or whatever it might be, charging through the trees. Now, there were areas of trees, but forest included woodland, plains, marshes, all the areas set aside for hunting. So some of the areas would have been open. There would have been villages,
But they'd be
even
called a
towns
forest.
sometimes, in the forest area. One of the reasons behind the forest laws was to protect the venison and the vert, the animals like deer and boar, and the greenery, the verts, the greenery that they
the
depend
vert.
on. You could argue, if you're putting a very positive spin on the afforestation laws, that it was amongst the first types of environmental protection legislation. I think that's probably going a bit
interesting,
too
actually.
far, but it did preserve the landscape, much to the annoyance of the people. In 1198, the punishment prescribed for killing the king's deer in the forest was castration or blinding, so extremely serious punishments. A chap called Hugh the Scot in 1209 was caught red-handed doing this, and he ran away and sought sanctuary in a local church. He stayed there for many months, claiming protection of the church. Now, presumably, he was fed and watered by the clergy, by the ordinary people.
Did they get him?
Under the laws of sanctuary, you couldn't be taken away, so he stayed there for many months, and then he disappeared. And I think it's likely that he obviously lived there, and he stayed there, and there were lots of comings and goings and lots of events. And I think the record mentions that he may well have dressed up as a woman and escaped with the crowd leaving after the service. What happened to him afterwards, we don't know, whether he was caught or whatever. But, you know, it was a very serious crime, and very serious.
Why would you
punishment.
do it? Hungry.
And that particular
Hungry.
area of the law, because the laws were repealed fairly soon after, so only about 25 years worth of this very, very harsh forest law. They're probably the catalyst for all of the Robin Hood tales, the tales of abuse of the local people and people kicking the yoke of the forest law. For about 20 years it lasted, and then the laws were modified to big fines rather than castration and blinding and losing your fingers or whatever it might be. Laws were very, very seriously moderated. And I think
Yeah,
it's
Robin
likely
Hood,
that
whoever the
that's
real
the
figure
time
was,
period
probably
when
was
the
just like
legends of Robin Hood really take hold in the
doing a
public
little trolling.
awareness.
Just a little bit.
Telling tales about posh people.
Yep.
Scandalum magnatum was a
Hate
law
'em.
enacted in 1275 and kept going till about the 19th century. It was meant to prevent you from telling tales and spreading malicious gossip about the great men of the kingdom, as the legislation puts it. Women are not mentioned, common people are not mentioned.
Of course not. Yeah.
You're just not supposed to gossip about the rich and powerful. It
The men,
appears,
though.
though, that the rule was largely used to control political dissent. So the king used this as a way of controlling the political comment.
No free
So
speech
it
in the
wasn't really
kingdom.
used for ordinary people, but it
Based.
was still there technically, and you could be done for telling tales about the posh. In complete contrast to Scandalum magnatum, there was a crime of being a grumpy and troublesome person for ordinary people.
Oh no,
That
they're
was
gonna have to
called being
lock
a
me up.
scold. Being a
They're gonna
scold
lock
was
me up.
somebody who spoke badly about other people, was just angry and grumpy all the time. Typically, this appears to have been directed at women, mostly married
Oh,
women.
of course.
About 10% of the court records talk about men and women. Usually husband and wife teams of grumpy scolds. So scold doesn't technically mean a woman who's breaking the law, but it was mostly applied to that. Weirdly, it appears that widows were kind of immune to this accusation. So if you're a widow, you could presumably be grumpy. Courts don't seem to have punished widows in the same
Well,
way.
because you're grumpy because you're a
married
widow.
women, who knows
The king
why.
sent your husband off to die, and you're
The
pissed.
courts talk about what this grumpy behaviour might be, and some of the things are remarkably mild by our standards. The courts record some of the terms used by these scolds to accuse other people of being a wretched knave or a lying
Tanner.
blatherer.
Tanner.
These were sufficient to get you fined and up in front of the magistrate. Seems fairly tame by today's standards, but obviously it was sufficient to get you in trouble in the medieval period. Here's a word you might like, noctavigation. It's a word you don't hear used very much,
Noctavigation?
but it was a crime in the medieval period. And it was the crime of wandering about aimlessly and without good reason.
They're locking me up again.
I think it boils down
I
to
love
the
to wander.
suspicion that you're up to no good if you're out about. You know, there weren't specific curfews as such, but it was
They would have
generally
arrested my
frowned
ass in
upon to be
Tokyo.
Sort of wandering around after dark. I think because people thought you'd be loitering and getting up to no good, listening to what other people are saying, and all that kind of stuff. So it was a sort of.
What's he
social
got on
crime.
his
It was
bag?
punished by.
Is that the
fine,
mic?
and it doesn't seem to have been.
How? Why is it so
particularly
low?
widespread, but I just think it's
But it
really
kinda
nice
looks
to
like it
have
has like
specific
a-
word for hanging
It's one of
about
those like
suspiciously
puffball
at night.
mics. But the mic presumably is on the camera, so
Medieval
like then what
coins
is
were
that on his
valued because
bag?
of the metal inherent in them, so the silver or the gold or whatever it might be. That was the value of the coin was linked to the bullion price. Unlike today, where coins are not really worth anything other than what it says on the front. It's a different thing. In the medieval period, a piece of
It
gold
was
had
weight.
to weigh a certain amount
Yeah.
and a certain purity, and it had its value. If you
Man
could
can't have
shave little
trinkets?
bits off
True.
the edges, called coin clipping, you could slowly build up a pile of bullion, melt it down, and sell it, and theoretically get away with a coin that was slightly lighter. If you did it to enough coins and few people noticed, get away with it. Now, medieval merchants were onto this, and what they did is they weighed the coins. They were actually, especially if they're dealing with international affairs, international trade.
They'd
they
weigh
would
every single
literally
one.
weigh the coins because they were concerned about the amount of gold or silver that they were getting, not the nominal face value of the thing itself. So they were very aware of that. And of course, debasing coins, which is what coin clipping is all about, is was treated in exactly the same way as counterfeiting. Basically, it was punishable by death because it would undermine
Counterfeiting is not
the-
punishable like that.
the very fabric of trade and commerce. In fact, Henry VIII debased his coinage to such an extent that it took generations for the reputation of English coins to improve just after
I like his
medieval.
little knife. Can I see it?
In 1281, the sumptuary laws were instigated. These were really designed to control what people wore. They were
Of course.
supposed to maintain society.
No dripless peasants in
and
my fief.
to avoid people pretending being what they weren't, but they were widely ignored as far as we can tell, and the fines were not particularly severe, and not many people really got prosecuted. There were some interesting twists on the sumptuary laws, though. Sex workers, prostitutes in the medieval period. Technically, it wasn't illegal to be a prostitute, but it was frowned upon, it was considered immoral. However, bishops ran brothels, in particular on Southwark, so the south of the river in London. There's a very famous whole area there that was considered to be.
Have we given up
of
on the
ill
stream chat
repute,
overlay?
mentioned by Chaucer.
Oh, is it busted?
The Southwark geese were
Yeah, it's just
actually
gonna stay busted.
controlled by a bishop.
I don't know
paid
how to
money
fix it
for
right now.
rent and all sorts of stuff. Now, those prostitutes were not allowed by this law to wear fur in their hoods to avoid
Why?
them being mistaken for
noble
decent
women? Ah.
That's what it literally says in the statute. The idea was to mark them out as professionals, sex workers. They were also required to wear a specific type of garment, a hood, and this hood was either a particular colour or it was a particular stripy cloth. The cloth itself was heavily taxed, so this is a way for the authorities to make money from prostitutes, which they frowned upon, but they could charge them extra for the cloth that they were required to wear to identify themselves as sex workers.
Interesting.
The taxman always finds a way.
Always. I like how he doesn't cut himself out walking towards the camera.
You could be fined for wearing an illegal jacket. In 1463,
An illegal
there was a
jacket,
statute
huh?
issued which forbade men from wearing jackets so scandalously short that
Oh.
it was showing their genitals and buttocks.
What the fuck?
In these days, people often had split hose, which meant that if your jacket or
I
your
guess that
tunic
makes sense,
wasn't
huh?
long enough, the hose would just come up to your top of your thighs and be fastened to a belt, and you'd have a pair of baggy
Is he not wearing any
linen
pants?
underpants called brays on underneath, and your jacket would then cover that. It appears that enough young, full of energy people were having their jackets scandalously short and were exposing their genitals to people
you
as
think
they
they
walked
got-
through the streets. So a law's enacted.
What happened to them?
And you could be fined 20 shillings, which is about 700 to 1,000 pounds. So it's fairly
Oh my
substantial
goodness.
fine for this kind of lewd display. I imagine it still went on. So people wearing ridiculously short trousers or baggy things or whatever it might be is very medieval. Shoes in the late 15th century became ridiculous. quite
He's
frankly.
having a good time. I'm
They
liking him.
had such long points that sometimes it was very difficult to walk unless you had the points
Curl.
tied back up to
Yeah.
your kneecap. And sometimes
Wait, what?
from illustrations it appears these what are called krakows or pikes were so ridiculous that they had bells on them, they were tied with silken cloth to the knees. Basically, a law was brought in to try to control this, and it specifically says that no knight under a certain level of nobility shall have shoes with a point of more than 2 inches or be fined. The fine was, 2 shillings. About,
That's goofy.
70, 100 pounds, something of that order. So it wasn't a big fine, but I find it fascinating that fashion got so ridiculous that the authorities decided they needed a rule to control it. What's equally
sleepy.
interesting is that if you were really high up and a lord, the rules didn't apply, so you could have the most ridiculously long clown-pointed shoes and you could get away with it. In 1318, it was declared illegal to play football in London. Yep.
What the?
You're not supposed to play footy in London.
They should
The
have
same
kept
law
it that
was
way.
rolled out across the whole of England in 1388, so you were just basically not meant to play football. This was designed to force people to do archery more, because obviously that was useful as a backup for the army. Longbows are very
Stop
powerful
playing
at the
football.
time,
You're joining the
and
militia.
The authorities thought that they needed more longbowmen, so you need to practice. So footy was banned. It was also designed to control what labourers and common people did with their spare time. You notice the theme in a lot of these laws is about social control. However, it seems that it was sort of widely
Football like
ignored.
soccer? Yeah.
And even Henry VIII, when
How the army
technically
recruits gamers
it was
nowadays?
illegal to
True.
play football, Henry VIII actually owned a pair of footy boots. So I guess if the king does it, you know, then ordinary people can as well. Medieval football was very different to modern football, though. It was more of an organised brawl, very, very physically demanding sport, and a bit like a massive fight between
Fooling
groups
around
of
when the army
men,
needs you.
young men, with a lot of drinking, a lot of gambling. Similar to tennis. Now, tennis was banned for ordinary people, completely banned for ordinary people to play. You weren't allowed to play it, apart from Christmas Day. You were, if you're an ordinary person, a commoner, you could play tennis on Christmas Day.
Waiting once a year
Why?
so I can
don't
buy
know, but
tennis
that's what
games
the law
in.
says. This was specifically to control the debauchery, the gambling, and the drunkenness that was associated with tennis. Some people might say that's much the same as today.
It is, yeah. Stepped on a stick there. Oh, that's a nice tree. Oh, he likes it
In
too.
medieval times, you were not allowed to steal a whale. Whales
How-
in general, not the country, but the actual beast itself.
How would
so
you
if a
accomplish
whale washed
that?
Up, or you caught a whale in territorial waters. that was
Punching my
technically owned
opponent 'cause
by
he hit the
monarch.
nasty
king,
backswing.
Usually, these were called royal fish, and despite a whale clearly not being a fish, I suppose for the medieval person it was a thing that goes through the ocean. Sturgeon and whales were declared royal fish, so all of them were owned by the monarch. This is in part because whale washing up on the shore was incredibly valuable. There's a lot of natural resources, a lot of fat, a lot of meat, a lot of whale bone, and these were all used in industrial processes. So the carcass itself would have been a huge windfall for a medieval town or village. I'm pretty sure that quite a lot of them weren't mentioned to the royal
I was gonna say,
crown itself, because how do you get a message out there and all that kind of stuff? But
hey, we got a
nonetheless,
whale.
technically, it was a requirement to notify. Still is a requirement. So when you see
Still is?
reports of a beached whale, anything over 25 foot long, technically you're supposed to write a letter or send an email to the crown and say, I've got one of your whales, what do you want to do about it? I think the crown these days just sort of sends that off to the local authorities and they tidy it all up. But technically it's still owned by the crown. I think what's kind of interesting from my research into sort of these odd medieval laws is they're about societal control. They're about the authorities trying to
Beach rails blow up.
keep
Yeah.
peasants, and nobles can do what they like, and if you're in between, you've got to be careful about the clothes you wear and what you do and how you're seen. It seems to be a society, especially in the later medieval, struggling with changes. Nobody ever woke up one day and said, I'm not medieval anymore. There was obviously a transition into the Renaissance and beyond. And I think some of these laws,
They were medieval for a long time.
because people were consuming and expressing themselves differently. And the old guard, as always, the old guard,
The boomers.
didn't want it to change. So they put
No.
laws in place. But quite frankly, nobody really bothered with them, and they were widely ignored. There was one that was interesting that was even more widely ignored than all the others. Back in around the 12th, 13th
YJS
century,
chaos.
there was a law enacted for everybody. From
Thank
king
you for
all
the
the way
cookie.
down, supposedly. I suppose the king was not controlled by the laws at that period. Maybe they were a bit. It was Magna Carta 1215. But it said you're not supposed to have more than 2 courses in a meal, except for at Christmas when you
What
have
the fuck?
3, which is very generous of the authorities.
What about all of
isn't it?
our jolly
This is
fellows who want to
designed
eat?
to control the excessive consumption of various kinds of meats. This is sort of a gluttony law, an anti-gluttony law. Again,
I would have been
completely
arrested.
and
Landon
obviously
would have been
ignored by
executed.
Pretty much everybody, and Well, who's going to shop you? You know, if you have 3 meals in your dinner, who's going to report you to the authorities, and then how do you get any proof and all that?
YouTube
kind of
should
stuff. So
comprise only
it was
people like this
designed
guy
really
in
to
town
signal
sense. True.
that you should be more modest with your consumption of food. Didn't work. Didn't change anything. And I think it's interesting that
Dancing bacon. True.
the medieval society, especially in the later medieval period, was transitioning towards the Renaissance and towards the next phase. And I sometimes
Brits
think
hate the
medieval
French.
period should finish before the 15th.
One of the only things the Brits do right.
Around the sort of 1400s instead of 1485. Because so many things had come on from there. So you had guns on the battlefield.
Back off
and
the
you
French. I'm sorry.
Society was changing, becoming more urban. There was a great urbanization, and more trade was happening. And I sometimes feel like there's a very grey area between what's medieval and what's not. And even then, you go into the Renaissance, and nobody ever woke up and went, we're not in the medieval period anymore, we're in the Renaissance. For most people, it would have been a slow transition over their lifetime. There are more absurd laws, but I thought those were the best ones. Please
They
like and
did help us
subscribe
BTFO the
if
Brits,
you're
you're right.
minded to do so.
I don't remember the guy's name though, but we had to study him that one time. I'm gonna see if I can't fix my overlay. Well, that didn't do anything. What if I do this? What does that reflect on my stream? Okay, so now it's empty. And now... Now say things. Things. Oh. Well, there it is. I guess it was that easy to fix the whole time, and I didn't know how. What else do we do today, guys? I'm not sure if I want to watch any more things. 2.5 hours? That's a lot of reacting. What else do we do? What else do we do? What else can we do? Jenny video? I don't know if I have it in me to watch more Jenny. That's so much Jenny. Eat? This should be displaying, but it's not. What about now? I see. If I tab out, it goes away. Wait. No. It was there for 1 second, wasn't it? Didn't you see it for 1 milli? Where did it go? There. Okay, and now I have to make sure we have sound again. I turn all the sound off because I listen to stuff while I play. I'll change the category. We'll play RuneScape for a little while. We'll play RuneScape for a little while. On a quick pivot to Space Brain, I don't think there's going to be any Space Brain streaming today. I am trying to get 175 quest points. I'm very close. So I just need to do a quest that gives me 2 quest points. Surely another slice of ham does, but I have to do the giant dwarf. Tanner, does the giant dwarf give me 2 quest points? Brother, I don't know. The giant dwarf. 2. Well, I know what we're doing. Trying on Quest Helper real quick. Big gaming? Yup. Wait. Why is my webcam like that? Has it been like that this whole time? With the giant border on top? Well, I can't fix it because my OBS preview's broken right now. Oh well. What do I need for this quest? This many coins. Log. Where are my logs at? My actual logs. Oh, it doesn't matter what log? Yeah, a tinderbox, a law rune, some coal. I took everything. Tinderbox, law rune, coal. I have all my shit messed up. Not messed up. I have it on withdraw all because I was smithing and I haven't changed my shift click. Where's the log? Log, log, log. Air rune. I need an iron bar. Well, that's not bad. Iron bar. 3 cut sapphires? Bro, this quest is annoying. At least I can get some. I'll cut them even though I already have some cut ones. Red berry pie. Unless you have previously given Thurgo an extra pie with nothing in return. Fuck. And I don't have enough. Okay, I guess we have to go make a red berry pie. Various ores and bars can be obtained during the quest. Okay, that's not so bad. Away. Maybe we'll try and attempt the recipe for disaster bosses, because after I finish this quest, we'll be able to do it. Oh, darn. Gotta get those Barrows gloves? Yes. I don't remember if I need 2 or 3 berries, so we'll just get 3. I unlocked dragon gloves, but there's no point in buying them. I'll just take all the ones that I can. Unicorn. You know what happens to unicorns that enter my chunk? I need unicorn horns. Get hit with an axe. That's Herblore XP. Give me your horn now. See you in hell. 1700 on the GE. Holy moly. Why is he pathing this? Whatever. That's fine. We'll close this. We don't need to see it. Not right now, anyway. Our count's looking pretty good. 1138 total. Pretty juiced, actually. Do I have any materials that I need for a pie in here? Like water. That's fine. What about flour or a pot? Pot, that's fine. Gotta go to the cooking guild. Wait, I need my chef's hat. Shit. Thank God there's another bank. Rookie mistake, literally. Forgot my fucking chef's hat to enter the cooking guild. This is as far account as any of my accounts have ever been. Like, I've done so many quests. I've done more than half the quests in the game. Like, I've done a lot of quests. My total level's not bad. This fucking cooking level took a millennia. That's 70 cooking. I must have cooked 7,000 salmon and like 7,000 trout and then 1,000 karambwans. That took a long time. It was fun though. But all my friends were judging me. They were like, "Bro, we're over here having media night, and then while you're watching the movie, you're making sure you're still AFKing salmon." And I was like, "Well, yeah." Gotta make sure that we're being efficient here. Surely I don't burn this. That's a sink, not a range. Surely I don't burn this. Too easy. Alrighty, away we go. To start the quest. So I have to fight anything? No. Cool. I've never done this quest before. Let's empty our inventory a little bit and grab some other items that I'm gonna need. But it's like, we were just watching Beetlejuice and Cat in the Hat, and it's like, while we were doing that, I was AFKing a little bit of salmon. It only took like every minute I would just have to look at my phone for just a second. It didn't take long. It didn't take much of my attention. I swear I was watching more of the movie than the others were. I think I have to go to Keldegrim. Oh, another thing that took a while was that 50 fire making. I think I might have burnt, or I guess lit, 900 willow logs and like 400 maple logs. They always say, like, well, when you start a new account, make sure to rush 50 fire making so you can go do winter tot for supplies. 50 fire making was not fast. But yeah, my brain is rotted. I have to multitask or I start raging. Oh, I also want to do Throne of Miscellanea. I think I have the Herblore level for that now. I think I needed 35, and I used my lamps from One Small Favor on Herblore. I got like 8 levels. It was pretty fat, actually. I can make prayer pots now, which is juiced. Level 38 Herblore is like essential. Bump my mic. Sowie. I can't stop messing with my hair because I can't fucking see. It keeps getting in my eyeballs. I like watching movies with people, but I can't sit still. Well, I could sit still, but my mind wanders. I get bored. So, like, I have to have something to do. Unless it's Dune, then I'm enthralled. Yeah, I'm ready to start the quest. Let's go. Oh my god, it's the dwarf city, Keldagrim. Look at this cutscene. The best they could make in 2005. They're ruled by a consortium of mining companies. That sounds like hell. And they're all color-coded. Keldagrim is cool. It's one of the nicer looking places in our old RuneScape, I think. Rise of the Red Axe, Part 1. Wow, they really went all out with this quest, huh? This quest is long, isn't it? This is going to take me a minute. But I think this is a quest that's a prerequisite to a lot of other things, so I think it's good for me to do. There's something wrong with the boat. Oh my god, we blew up the statue. Are we getting arrested? Uh-oh. We're getting arrested. I didn't do anything. Yeah, wait a second. It's not my boat. Why am I getting arrested, bro? It was this guy. The dwarven boatman. He's not even named. Oh my god, I'm arrested. I had a little accident? No, it wasn't me. Oh, they don't actually care. Okay, I'll help you build a new statue. I wish they didn't keep calling me human, though I guess I always call them dwarf. So, I guess we're square. That was a fun subversion, though. They're like, you're under arrest. Then you go, and they're like, actually, we don't give a fuck. I've actually been to Keldagrim very few times. It's kind of nice in here. Though it's kind of really big, so there's going to be a lot of running around like a doofus. The famous sculptor? Yeah. Said you might need help with the statue? I have to run this guy's errands? Okay, cool. Awesome. Need some help with getting some of the items. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I have to, don't I? Pair of boots, the most exquisite boots I could find. The more they look like the original, the better. I don't think you'll be able to find a match. Clothes that look like King Elvis's clothes. A battle axe. Okay, that's it for now. Okay, bye. Here I go. Oh, I skipped too much, didn't I? Okay. I have to finish the fucking dialogue. My bad, RuneScape. My bad. There we go. Talk if you already have opened the quest journal. Nope, I haven't yet. I'm looking for some special clothes. They're supposed to look like King Elvis's. You know somebody who can make some clothes? The librarian. Oh wait, Keldegrim is split into east and west? Why is that familiar? Some kind of gulp Berlin situation. Why am I so fucking tired today? Wait, you're sending me to a librarian to make you clothes? Or is it, do I need a reference? There's a book somewhere. I just have to find it. Well, that was easy. Dwarf costumes? Do I want a costume or do I want his royal robes? Was it an extra hard gym day? Not necessarily. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. It's gonna be so fun to drag my ass to Warhammer again tomorrow. That's gonna be so fun. I can't wait. So if you want to assassinate me, wait at the Warhammer store tomorrow all day. Oh, and then they need a favor too? I dropped it. I am just exhausted. I don't know what it is, but I'm tired today. Is this really not starting? Light. Thank you. Okay. Wait, I have to help you and pay for them? You're a motherfucker. Actual motherfucker. How long is this quest? Talk. Oh, that actually doesn't seem so bad. Wait, it says I need hella things. Oh god. Maybe this will be bad. Gulp. It's a good thing I have all these strange fruits when I was leveling my thieving. And this guy is for the boots, I think, right? Yup. He sold them? No, I have to go find the boots that he sold. Why would you sell these boots, motherfucker? You called strange fruits. Very funny. Trespassing, get out. He might be the first person to ever say that to my character who just barges in people's house. They're mine. Can't I just take them? Oh, when he's not looking? Bro, you're about to get finagled. See ya. You don't need this boot? What do you mean? What? Stairs, old man. Uncut ruby. Thanks, bro. What do you mean I don't need this boot? Okay, well then I'll take the right boot, huh? I'll take the damn right boot. How about that? You don't need this boot. Do I have to talk to him again? These boots are mine. You're not having them. When he's not looking? But he's not looking right now. Okay, I just have to talk to him again. Take the right boot from outside the window. Okay, here I go. Why does he have the two boots separated? What is that? What the fuck? It's too far away? Oh, wants me to telegrab it. Oh, my bad. He was looking. Telegrab. See ya. And now I just have to get the axe. Wow, this is going swimmingly. Trespassing again. King's axe? Yup. Yup, I'm looking for it. I need it for the statue. Oh, it does look like his axe. It's the very same. But I'm gonna need your help before I give it to you. Use 3 sapphires on the axe. Here you go. Talk to Thurgo. Fuck, I didn't bring any teleport runes with me. Away! Wait, I can wield this thing? Wait, does it look cool? Don't want to damage it by wielding it? What the... You get a random list of things they need, so you don't know what they want? Oh, great. Fairy Tale Part 2 type beat. Part 1, rather, type beat. Okay, so I'm going to need another Camelot teleport to get back. And I'm going to need a house teleport to get to Port Sarim. You know. It's my house. Look how beautiful it is. 1 chair, male living space. I gotta go over to Thurgo's hut. Can I wear these exquisite clothes? No? Too small? Well, you could squeeze in. Thurgo. Thurgo, I need your help, buddy. Here, have this pie. Can you help me? Yeah, I need an iron bar. Well, don't worry, I already have one on you. No blue right. Just give me an iron one. Here you go. Thanks, bro. Oh, will he teleport me? Oh, wait, that's goated. RuneScape never fucking does that. He literally teleported me. That rules. Wow, he's looking dripped. That was my handiwork. Wow. I have to go help the consortium. Great. Oh, we have it all done except for the head. Do you think I can beat the Recipe for Disaster boss, Tanner? At 80 combat? With overheads? Dragon Sim? I have Iban's Blast, too. But I might need more death runes. That shit's so expensive. Keep talking to the same secretary and complete the task given. If you don't want to do one of the tasks, just talk to them again for a different one. Oh, that's not so bad. Wait. Do I want to join the blue one? Can I do the red one? Actually, I think the red ones are evil. I don't think... Don't bother me. Yeah, the red ones are evil. What about the gray one? The silver cog? That sounds cool. I want to do this one. Three pieces of iron ore in the next 13 minutes. I'll take it. Because... I have... Wait. I have iron ore in my bank. Where's the stairs down? There they are. 13 minutes is so fast. Like, what if I had to go to Falador for this shit? There's a bank over somewhere, right? It's on the other side of the river. Yeah. The blast furnace. Isn't this the bank? Which one was this? Was the bank? Bro, this fucking place is too big. Excuse me. I wonder how many fucking tasks I have to do. It's gonna be a lot of running back and forth this fucking bank. Thank you. 9 Discord messages. 17. From Connor. Oh, I think they were at the Museum of Modern Art. That's cool. Wow, that took, what, 80 run energy each way? Fuck. Okay, I got your iron ore, dipshit. Do you have another one? 5 gold ore. I can do that too. Back to the bank. Wow, this is tedious. Gerald, thank you. At least I have these strange fruits. How's everyone doing? Good, I hope. Good, just clocked out of work. I'm gaming, I'm eating, I'm messing with the kittens. Wow. I'm playing RuneScape. Here's your ore. Got anything else I can do? 3 pieces of gold ore. Okay, 3 pieces of gold ore. I'll be right back. Please say only 3. Leagues in November, Yahoo. I know, isn't that awesome? I cannot wait for RuneScape Leagues again. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be so fun. Leagues was so fun last time. But I'm glad that they're only a few months, because then you're really excited when it comes back. Once a year, you get to have epic RuneScape fun. Like, really, like, the most fun that you've ever had in RuneScape. Once a year. At least these tasks are nice and easy, and I have a lot of ores and shit banked. Hazumi's collab is starting. And maybe I should end soon so I can raid into that. She's in a big collab. I think she's hosting some really, some big collab with a lot of corpo VTubers in it. And a few indies, some big indies, I think. I'll give her my little viewers. Please tell me I'm done. 4 pieces of silver ore. I'll take it. Here I go. How many of these do I have to do, man? I'm just going back and forth to the bank. Do I even have any silver ore? I have silver bars. Fuck. I can make it in time, but now I actually have to work. But now I'm gonna have to... I'm gonna have to walk my ass all the way back to Keldagrim. Oh my god. How much silver was it again? 5? 4? We'll get 5 just in case. I think it was 4 though. How long does silver take to respawn? Should I hop? Thought it was 3. Uh-oh. Well, I have another 4. I have like 12 more minutes. We're chilling, but it's like I'll hop and just get 2 more, and then we'll go back. Fuck it, we'll get 3 more because maybe I'll need silver for something else eventually. Shit, I should have grabbed more strange fruit. Oh, there's a bank here. I can grab some. Strange fruit. I didn't get enough of those doing the thieving. The streamer? Yes. So, did you do it? Yes. What did it cost? Everything. Thanks, Demos. Wow, subscribing with Prime. Did you know that it's also September where you get a discount on subbing? Just so you guys know. I know all of you are subbed, but, you know. Holy moly. I know. Black unicorns. Whoa. Okay, we're back. That didn't take so long. I mean, I guess I could have asked him for a new task, but I genuinely thought I had silver in my bank. Wait, was I not fast enough? Surely I was fast enough. That would not take me 15 minutes. Nowhere close. Wait. Now I have to go get clay? I don't think I'm talking to him again. There's no way I have clay. Not in my bank. I'm going to talk to him until he gives me a silver task. I have it in my inventory. I got this silver. You're taking it. Wait, how come he's not giving me a new one? It says if you don't want the task, just talk to them again for a different one. Wait, can I talk to, like, this guy to give me a task, then go back? Fuck. I actually have to go get the clay. Is there any clay outside here? 9 coal. 2 copper, 4 iron, tin. No clay here? What about outside in, right outside the cave? It, son of a bitch. At, here. No. Good time to resub. I got my next 6 months in. Let's go hammer a hamster. What's a fucking hamster? How come there's so many hamsters? There's a hamster and there's a big ham. Isn't that wild? That pissed me off. How come he gave me a different task and I went back ham? Big Ham Live, you want to raid later? I'm probably going to raid Hazumi because she has a big important collab. So she should get some viewers. Some more, that is. Get some eyes on Hazumi. I know you guys know Hazumi, but the more coming from me next. Oh, God. Is that today? Yeah, it started like 10 minutes ago. I think it was 4 clay, but we'll get 5 just in case. Make sure to vote in the mega poll for 2024 summer summit. I voted yes on everything. Let it be known that I'm not the reason RuneScape, old school RuneScape doesn't get new content. I vote yes on everything. Even the PvP stuff I vote yes on. The game deserves more content. This collab is huge, right? It has Hololive, DT Sanji, big indies. It's a fat collab. Don't quote me on it, but I want to say probably Hazumi organized it. But yeah, I could be very wrong on that. But the way she's been talking about it, it makes it seem like she did. Don't quote me on that, though. Big W for her. Common Hazumi W. Common. I'm telling you. I had most of a protein bar this morning, and I just have the rest of it, like, sitting out. It's hard for me to finish these builders bars. Those things, they have so much fiber and protein in them. I get full after, like, fucking two bites. I think I had 3 bites of it. I had like 70% of it. It is the right cave. Fuck. This guy better not say, hey man, you need a new task? That was not even close to 14 minutes. Where did he just put me? What? I talked to someone different. Didn't I? Where am I right now? How did I do this? Uh-oh. 320 calories is like no joke. Yeah, it really is. A lot. Hawkeye confirmed she organized it. How did he know that we were talking about it? How did he know? Okay, well, I wasn't even close to 14 minutes, so here's your fucking clay. Five pieces of clay. Nope. I'm gonna keep talking to him like this until he gives me something of silver. Nope. Give me silver. Mithril? There's mithril outside. We can do that. Actually, I think I have mithril in the bank. 3 pieces of mithril. We can do that. No, Hawkeye had a stream earlier talking about Hazumi. Oh my goodness. I like Hazumi. She's always very nice when I see her. I don't remember how much I needed, so I'll just take this much. Wait. Please tell me this is the last task. Like, how many do I need to do? Like, this is what, my 4th or 5th task completed? Talk to the director? Okay, we're moving on. Wait, I have to do tasks for him now? 3 bars of iron. We'll take it. I can do that. Holy shit. Okay, 3 bars of iron. This is so annoying. It wouldn't be so bad if I didn't have to fucking run across the world to the bank every time. I should probably smelt some, but I can't smelt. I can't smelt past gold. So if you ask me for like mithril, then I can't make it. So maybe I should just fill my inventory with like iron and gold bars and then just keep talking to him until he gives me one specifically for that. That's the play. We'll take silver too. So all of this iron, nature runes, my mystic staff, and we will superheat all of them. Oops. And some gold. Shit. Double clicked. What? Double clicked again. My clicks are bad. If I was in a high stress situation, I would have died. And then I think I'll take silver the rest. Because that seems to be something they ask for. I just have to complete this quest. And then I can complete Recipe for Disaster. That's huge. Soon I'll become a member and ascend to the grinding pyramid. I was there the other day. Membership really makes the game about 10 times as fun, if you can believe it. The amount that a member can do compared to a free-to-play person is just astronomical. Oh. Oh. I only had to do one task for him? Shit. Please. Yes, long live the silver cog. I did it. I think I've completed the quest. I just have to go down the stairs and finish up. Wow, I superheated all that for nothing. Well, not for nothing. I could use those bars eventually. But, yeah. Outrun energy. Oh, no. I'm so freaking cooked. Casper, you fucking dumbass. Casper has tweeted out something really fucking stupid. Actual dumbass. Fuck's sake. I could hear it in his voice. Yeah, I'll make sure to bring a goddamn diaper next time. Oh, fuck. I'm ready. I want to complete this damn quest. I don't want to attend the meeting. I don't care. I bet that's a really long cutscene, and they just like felt like they couldn't let me skip it. That's epic. Oh, thank God. 175 quest points, 53 crafting. Epic. Huge. Okay, now we can go. What? Shit. Wait. I'm messing up my inventory. I think I'm just gonna put graceful in its own fucking tab so I can always find it. Wait, but I had it at the top of this tab, but I messed it up. But now I have to fix it. What? Go. I'm putting you up here. Go right here. Thank you. Wow, this is gonna take fucking forever. Bank management is so annoying in this game. The tools aren't strong enough for the amount of garbage that you have in here. There we go. I don't need my graceful right now, though. I need my combat stuff. My best fucking thing being an amulet of accuracy is so sad. And I need a Lumbee teleport. And I need food. And honestly, that's it. Dave Grohl has announced he cheated on his wife and is having a daughter with his AP. Does that stand for affair partner? I guess everyone is truly a piece of shit. There are no good people in the world. Wow. Well, anyway, it's time to go do Recipe for Disaster boss. Yep. I think I have to go fight. You have to fight like 4 bosses, but you can take a break. You have to complete Desert Treasure 1. Wait, since when? Fuck. I somehow completely missed that I had to do DT1. Fuck, and that requires Temple of Oh my god. Well, I guess we're not doing that today. Fuck. Bro, and that quest is so annoying. Oh well. We'll do it another time. I guess I'm rating Hazumi now. Stream's over. That sucks. That was anticlimactic. I thought I had all the requirements. I completely missed that I Desert Treasure 1. I did everything else. Oh well. Another time. Thanks for coming, everybody. It was fun today. Kind of a chill stream. Kind of wacky stream. As in, I didn't really like it. But that's okay. Rating Hazumi. Going to the screen now. Bye, everybody. Bye. Thanks for subs, gifted, hanging out. Bye. I'll try to figure out what's wrong with my OBS. I don't really know what's going on with that thing. Bye, everybody. Everybody get in this raid. I'm seeing 3 people aren't in the raid. 3 more. Everybody get in. If I'm talking to you, get in this shit. 1 person left. 1 person's back. Everybody in. I need 2 more people to get in. 1 more person to get in. How do you get in? I don't know, but somebody's not in. Everyone's in. Okay, here we go. Bye. Bye, everybody.